Knaben und Knabinen, wir sind zurück und zwar mit einem ganz besonderen FMV-Schmankerl von unseren Freunden von weiteren Detective und zwar dieses Mal der Shapeshifting Detective. Ich habe keine Ahnung, worum es geht, aber wir werden gleich sehen, wie das so funktioniert. So, und da läuft das auch schon. Oder auch nicht. Ja, hätten wir das mal vorher ausprobiert, ne? Ja. Das war's nicht. Falsches Fenster. Ja, einmal mit Vorbereitung, bitte. Jetzt müsste es gehen. Ja, jetzt seht ihr mich. So, ihr habt schon bemerkt, wenn ich so komisch nach oben schaue, dann habe ich irgendwas mit Hausmeisterei zu tun. Ich habe nämlich ein neues Setup und ein neuer Bildschirm und der Chat ist da oben. Also nehmt es mir nicht übel, wenn ich manchmal da so weird nach oben gucke. So, gut. Also, wir haben The Shapeshifting Detective, ein FMV-Game von weiteren Detective, wie schon erwähnt im Cold Opener. Ja, ich erwarte mir ähnliche Perlen wie The Bunker oder Night Shift oder andere großartige Dinge, die wir da schon gespielt haben. So, wir lassen es, glaube ich, auf Englisch, oder? Voice-Overs. Na, lassen wir es lieber auf Englisch. Ich glaube, oh Gott, was habe ich jetzt gemacht? Oh, ist das koreanisch? So. Gut, na dann, los geht's. Oh, ich bin schon so aufgeregt. So aufgeregt. Schnodder. Musstet ihr in der Schule auch mal...
You're listening to Radio August. Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe.
It's 5 o'clock and I'm Alice Monroe with your August update. August police are appealing for information following the murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Miss Shaw's body was discovered last night. Chief Dupont is calling the crime a violent and despicable act. Anyone with information about the murder is urged to get in touch via the department's confidential tip hotline. It's horrible, Poe.
Indeed it is.
Aha, anscheinend wurde eine 21-Jährige umgebracht.
You need to learn when to keep your mouth shut.
Jawohl, Detective Sam. Hallo? Wer bist du? Genau.
Exactly. Rewind.
Okay. Cool. Habe ich damit jetzt nicht gerechnet. Nice.
You're listening to Radio August. Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe.
It's 5 o'clock and I'm Alice Monroe with your August update. August police are appealing for information following the murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Miss Shaw's body was discovered last night. Chief Dupont is calling the crime a violent and despicable act. Anyone with information about the murder is urged to get in touch via the department's confidential tip hotline. It's horrible, Poe.
Indeed it is.
You need to learn when to keep your mouth shut.
Oh, warte mal ganz kurz. Aha. So, ich frage den Sam jetzt nochmal, who are you? Auf die Gefahr hin, dass das Intro zum 3. Mal spielt. Können wir da die Settings jetzt nochmal anpassen? Subtitles, weil dann haben wir vielleicht deutsche Subtitles. Das wäre cool. Ich probiere es jetzt nochmal. Wer bist du? Oder soll ich einfach auf den Mülleimer drücken?
Exactly. Rewind.
Aha. Lass mich das. Oh, das fängt ja gut an. Wir werden hier viele Stunden verbringen. We are in this together. Oh Gott.
You're listening to Radio August. Dark Nights.
Ja, ihr könnt in der
with
Zwischenzeit
Poe and
gerne
Monroe.
was anderes machen. Also,
It's 5 o'clock, and I'm Alice
Let's mit dem
Monroe
Hund
with your
Gassi gehen.
August update. August police are appealing for information following the murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Miss Shaw's body was discovered last night. Chief DuPont is calling the crime a violent and despicable act. Anyone with information about the murder is urged to get in touch via the department's confidential tip hotline. It's horrible, Poe.
Indeed it
das
is.
ist ganz schrecklich. Poe und Monroe finden diesen Mord an der 21-Jährigen ganz, ganz schrecklich.
You need to learn when to keep your mouth shut.
So. Achso, wir sollen die Klappe halten, deshalb. Okay, das war schon der Hinweis auf den Mülleimer. So.
You know why you're here, don't you?
Jetzt hat er zuerst gesagt, ich darf nichts sagen.
The dead girl.
Ah, okay, ja.
And this. What exactly were you thinking? You have one job. Don't get caught. Do you think you can do that this time?
Don't get caught. Ja, klar.
It's a rhetorical question. You're going to a town called August. Find Chief DuPont. He's gonna think you're someone else. This person. This is who you are now.
Ah, sind wir im
Understood?
Zeugenschutzprogramm.
Splendid. If someone so much as sniffs that you're different, you'll be deprecated.
Deprecated.
We expect you to use your ability. Just don't get caught. And never, ever change into a child.
In brighter news, August resident Mia French is celebrating the return of her missing pooch, Barley. The 8-month-old Basset Hound puppy was found outside Daryl's Chicken and Ribs.
And that's 5 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
I'm Violet. Welcome to the guest house. There are some rules.
Hello, Violet.
In particular, no shoes in the guest house.
Roger.
The carpet's priceless. Now, how long are you staying for? Yes, the chief said it may be a while. I can see you don't mind getting your hands dirty, though. There's not been many visitors of late. Perhaps the murder will bring some tourists in. It's just you and some tarot readers at the moment. It's deathly quiet. Yes, the murder. You haven't spoken to the chief yet, have you? Chief DuPont. He's the one who booked the room for you. You look lost. You should probably go and speak to the chief. Your room is just down the hall, last on the left. It has its own back door. The chief said that's the way you'd like it. Just finishing.
Oh, bitte sag mir die Zukunft
You
vorher.
don't believe?
Nope.
That's okay. Sometimes life is just a stream of coincidences. Hi, I'm Bronwyn. Pleased to meet you, Sam. If you'd like a reading. So, what's your question, Sam?
Bist du... Oh, ich sehe gerade, ich sollte wahrscheinlich meine Webcam etwas umpositionieren. Dann habt ihr auch was davon. Moment. Machen wir es so. So, jetzt ergibt das Ganze einen Sinn, weil jetzt seht ihr, welche Dialoge ich auswähle. Sorry. Gut, werde ich gewinnen.
The Fool.
Natürlich.
I'm going to see a lot more of you, aren't I, Sam? Enjoy the journey. But remember, not everything is winnable. I'm in room 1 and that's down the hall. Rain's in 2, Lexi's in 3. Which room are you in, Sam?
Wollen wir hier das jetzt sagen?
Good. We're neighbors. Just knock if you need me.
Wofür?
Very good question. I can answer that for you. It's a porcelain figure, ancient Chinese, seated and howling.
Oh.
Nette Tapete. Gut, nach diesem unnötig langen Kameraschwenk sind wir endlich im Zimmer. Wunderbar. Gehe. Handeln gesperrt.
You're listening to Radio August. Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe. The sprinklers hissed down.
What the hell is going on?
Find somewhere safe to transition. You're not a superhero.
Verstecke dich. Ach so, hier kann ich meine Gestalt wandeln. Okay. Okay, dann rufe ich ein Taxi und besuche Chief.
Good, you got my message.
Oh, das ist schnell
Chief
gegangen.
Inspector DuPont.
Hallo.
I wasn't sure you'd come, but I suppose you're between jobs?
Ich finde es ja lustig, wie die Requisiten wiederverwendet haben. Erkennt ihr den Radio? Den haben wir schon mal gesehen. Erkennt ihr den Hut? Den hatte der Typ vorher auf. Das ist großartig. Da.
Well, we both know that's not true. But I like it. Sam, that's your cover now. So, the job. Dorota Shaw, 21, accomplished cellist, redhead.
Sieht sehr tot aus.
Strangled. I know who
Sehr
did it, and I
wirkt.
need proof. It's the tarot readers.
Die Frau Shaw?
Yes. Keep up, Sam.
Jetzt habe ich der
Hast du
Frau, in welchem
irgendwie
Zimmer ich
Neues?
bin.
Because they predicted it. The older one, Bronwyn, she came into my office last night talking all crazy and saying Dorota was in trouble. I did my best not to lock her up. It all sounded crazy to me. Tarot, the spirit world, cards that move, trans-dimensional thingamajigs. To be honest, I thought she'd probably been smoking something, and that's why I didn't take it seriously.
Wegverhaften. Diese Drogenkonsumenten.
Because things, I don't have enough on her. That's where you come in. The free guest house stay isn't free. I need you to work the case and report back to me. Find out things from the inside. Can you do it?
Oh.
Okay. I'll be telling everyone that you've been hired by the Shaws because obviously local law enforcement is either too incompetent or too overworked to solve anything. That gives you a license to talk to people, but only notionally. Don't actually touch people or annoy them. You don't have any real authority, understand? But you help me out, I'll help you.
Genau. Abzeichenwaffe hätte ich.
Do I have to spell it out? I'll make your problem go away, or at least sink it to the bottom of a pile of paperwork. Your old town? problem. Come and find me when you're settled. This is Second Chance Sunday for you, Sam. Don't blow it.
Ja.
What do you want to know? She was a cellist, selected for a scholarship at Juilliard. It was in the local paper. I'm more of a Bon Jovi fan myself.
Schaust du ja aus wie ein Bon Jovi-Fan. Genau so schaust du mir aus, mein Junge. Ja, so einer.
Don't read the paper, do you? Yesterday, Monday the 9th at approximately 9 p.m, according to the coroner, we got a call from the mother just after 10 p.m.
Dann war's wohl die Mutter, was? So, hast du ein Alibi für gestern Nacht?
Do I have an alibi for last night? Do I?
Ah, du.
Okay. I was here, and there are video monitors that will prove it. Thanks for ruling me out, genius.
Ja.
In her bedroom. She was naked. Strangled. No signs of sexual activity of any kind. It was a weird scene to look at. There was one thing, but it's strictly between you and me. Dorota had a gold coin in her mouth. I'm being serious now, Sam. Not a word of this. It's the one thing only the killer would know.
Aha, also bist du der Killer, weil du es weißt. Hallo, Sir Soap. So, wer ist jetzt die Violet?
Born here, runs the local guest house.
Die.
Lovely lady.
Lovely lady.
Where are you going with this, Sam? What's she told you? She told you she's taking pills, didn't she? Let me handle Violet. She didn't kill anyone. Not much. Perhaps you should do some investigating?
Na dann, auf zur Pension. Oh, so. Stellen wir mal das Radio ein, einfach nur was Spannendes.
He'd had to put that one out of its misery. He put all of them out of their misery. A stamp to the head, the tiniest cracking of skull.
I assume you've been to see Chief DuPont already?
Ja. Kannst du Dorota?
Not really. I'm sure she was a precious lamb, though.
Kostbares Lamm?
Yes, a lamb. Young. Innocent. Lambs get slaughtered, though, don't they? Nice, yes, that's a good description. Actually, I thought she was a bit slutty, to be honest.
Sie was nice, aber slutty. Okay.
Sorry. I'm gossiping.
Gossip.
I don't want to talk ill of the dead. Ask her boyfriend.
Wo ist er denn?
Oscar lives at the vicarage next to the church. Don't tell him I sent you, though. I'm sure he's sick of seeing people already. They're tarot readers. I'm thinking of asking them to leave, actually.
Wieso eigentlich hat die 4 oder 5 Tarotkartenleser mit drinnen? Auch das ist ein seltsam anzüglicher Shot.
Demands already? I'm only thinking of doing it. It's the strangest thing. I honestly don't remember. But I imagine I was here or getting groceries somewhere. I've driven by it, never actually been in it. I take clozapine. I think they're for anxiety. I'm a very anxious person. I don't know, Dr. Sam, you tell me.
Was weiß ich? Keine Ahnung.
To try to erase the sight. It didn't work, of course. Ivan slumped to the floor as
So,
Amy
ich muss
padded
mir das
over
kurz
to
aufschreiben. Also
inspect
die
the darkening
Violet
towel.
ist die
Blood
Violet
trickled
ist die
along the groove of the floor tiles, and she lowered her head to lap it hungrily. Ivan pushed her.
Sam,
Bronwyn. Ah, das ist
Is
die.
it? I'm sensing you're not here for a reading.
Bronwyn ist Tarot 1. Gut. wieso nehmt ihr die immer aus so Winkeln auf? Das schaut ja fast so aus, als würde ich da oben den Chat lesen auf meinem zweiten Bildschirm, der da irgendwo an der Decke montiert ist. Ich habe ein paar Fragen über den Mord.
Chief Dupont thinks I did it. I'm hoping you'll convince him otherwise.
Ja, die Frage ist, war's das?
All I'm asking is that you dig a little deeper than the chief. I had nothing to do with Dorota's death. We saw danger in the cards and we tried to stop it. Trust me, Sam, we're on the same team.
Also ihr wollt den Mord also vorhergesagt haben. Mhm.
We saw it in the cards, not images, feelings, impressions. Tarot can be very powerful.
Yep.
Not these cards. They only tell us what they want us to know. In my room, reading, I found a trashy romance novel under the bed. I'm assuming it's Violet's. It's all swooning heroines and brooding vampire Casanovas.
Oh.
Thank God Lexi saved me.
Oh Gott, sie hat Twilight gelesen. Kennt man das heute noch? Twilight? Das ist auch schon ein paar Jahre her.
She came to my room to chat for a little while. That was around 9, I think. You can ask her. I said the book was trashy. Look at this place. If her guest house is anything to go by, Violet's the opposite of trashy.
Warum filmt sie immer die Knie der Personen?
Open at Midnight by Martin Oten, read by Lacey Affe.
Rain, bei der waren wir noch gar nicht. Oh, hallo, das ist ein
Oh, you're burglaring us. I'm Rain, by the way.
I'm Sam.
Pleased to meet you, Sam. Enjoy your stay. The hot water goes off at 9, by the way, so it's cold showers from there on in. It really bugs me. I didn't know her. I know she was called Dorota Shaw. She was young, had red hair, a talented musician.
Ich glaube, ich habe einen Verdacht. Ja, was? Wenn mein Verdacht stimmt, war es er. So. Schaut sich diesen Shot an. Er hat den obersten Hemdknopf offen. Gleich, wenn wir ihn was fragen.
Next victim? Whoa! Hold on a sec. We don't even know if there's going to be a next victim or not. We'll do another group reading soon, and then we'll have a better idea.
Ja, Steff, wir schauen einen interaktiven Film. Oder warum liegt hier Stroh? Genau.
We did a reading. A group reading, actually. With a special tarot deck. The three of us get together and read the same cards. Bronwyn says it makes the whole thing stronger or more powerful or something. But I'm pretty sure I'd get the same answers just on my own.
Du bist, weil du der super Tarotkartenleser bist. Aha.
Mercury? It's not exactly from here. With a normal tarot deck, you'd have the question, so you'd be the querent. With Mercury, it gives you the question and the answer. The cards themselves kind of change. It's a special deck.
Was redest du, Junge?
I don't have it at the moment. Bronwyn has it.
Aha. Bronwyn hat Mercury.
I was in my room. Praying, actually. I don't believe in God, but I was still praying.
Zu wem?
It didn't work.
Okay. Ja, hättest du mal für eine gescheite Frisur gebetet? In was glaubst du?
I don't believe in anything. But I also believe anything is possible, so it's a conundrum.
Du bist einfach ein Trottel, das ist alles.
Building up in me for the last 8 days, so tonight I'll go looking for trouble.
Okay, Lexi.
Hi.
Oh,
Sam, is it?
hello, Lexi.
Come on in, make yourself at home. Mi casa es su casa. Come on.
Oh Gott, die Alte ist creepy. Die hat schon 4 andere Typen unterm Bett und zerstückelt.
I don't know anyone in this town, except for Bronwyn and Rain, obviously, and Violet, and the Chief, and now you. Sorry, I'm a bit nervous.
Oh, und eine ganz schlechte Schauspielerin noch dazu.
Good old-fashioned fortune-telling. Well, kind of. We drew a card each and smushed them all together. Do you know what the most dangerous tarot card is?
Der Tod. Das glückliche Einhörnchen.
You've done your research. The happy squirrel was vague and mysterious, but not evil. The Five of Swords. I think so anyway. There's nothing more dangerous than someone taking whatever they want, no matter the cost. Yeah, I did. Rain got the Knight of Wands, that's Dorota, and Bronwyn got the Ten of Swords, which is, well, you know, swords in general are bad.
Wie gut kennst du Bronwyn?
She's like my big sister, so pretty well. No. The cards told us to. Well, the cards of Rain. Tarot gives us a rough direction and he narrows it down with some astrological jiggery-pokery. He's basically a walking esoteric library. And if that sounds dull, let me reassure you, it is.
Aber du fährst trotzdem, also der Typ ist der Typ ist der Oberschwurbler, aber du fährst dann trotzdem mit ihm mit. Und warum zeigst du mir schon wieder diese Knie?
No? Well, yeah. Well, no. We have a job to do.
Sie alle auf, was für ein Job? Was hat sie alle auf Drogen, oder?
I didn't say job. I said job.
Okay, wir sind an einem Punkt angekommen, wo uns das Spiel, glaube ich, verarscht. Es ist einfach nur ein Sozialexperiment, wie lange wir es aushalten. Einen Job.
Okay, we make a cheese obelisk, a job, and depending on the shape of that job, we get different answers to questions.
Einen Käseobelisken. Einen Käseobelisken, den ihr dann befragt, weil die 5 Schwerter sind böse.
No, you don't. I was in my room all night with Bronwyn. We were painting our nails.
Stimmt doch nicht.
No, I mean, yeah, I've already cleaned it off.
Why? There's no predictable pattern to it. Yours can go on quietly, but I once had to feed the beast twice in 6 weeks. I usually get about a week's warning, so clearly holidays are out. I dare not be anywhere.
Gehen wir mal ins Zimmer. So, aber Leute, so sehr ich euch liebe, aber ich muss euch ruhig stellen. Das Gepinge hier nervt. Sekunde. Ah, und ich kann jetzt sozusagen hier wählen, wer ich bin. Also das heißt, ich kann mich jetzt in den Chief verwandeln, in die Violet, in die Bronwyn, in den Rain und in die Lexi. So. Ich verwandle mich in die Violet.
Hello, I'm Violet. I'm Violet.
Ich hoffe nur, dass wir uns nicht am Gang über dem... Was will zu sehen? Na, gehen.
Shutter double door, just a
Ich
drop
hoffe nur, dass wir uns
taken
am
pick.
Gang über den Weg rennen mit der
I
echt Violet. Das
stagger.
heißt, bis wir die Bronwyn.
You don't trust me, do you, Violet? Is it because I read tarot? Why don't you let me pull a card for you?
Ja, why not?
No,
Great. What do you want to know about?
Sam. My love life. The murder.
Interesting choice. So do the cards. 8 of Wands. Everything's happening all at once. We have to act fast, or at least someone does.
Did you sleep well last night?
Yes, thank you.
I didn't see you yesterday.
I stayed in my room. You can ask Lexi. That reminds me, I think I found a book of yours. It's called He Came Through the Shadows.
What makes you think it's mine?
Your name's written on the inside cover.
Ah, ja, das Buch. Tschüss.
Fuck you! Give me the money!
What the fuck?
He pulls out the knife from inside his...
So, warte mal, jetzt nehme ich die Lexi und gehe nur mal zu ihr. Weil die zwei
Hi, I'm
haben
Lexi. Oh,
haben irgendwas getrieben.
I'm Lexi.
I'm Lexi. So, genau.
Seat as the Terminator or Bruce Lee or Mike Tyson or all
Jetzt
three.
gehen wir zu
What's up,
Boran.
Lexi? I'm sensing something's on your mind.
I'm worried about our alibi.
Don't worry about that. We don't have anything to hide. I'm more worried about Ray.
Ray?
Since when did he start praying?
Rain.
You think he's lying?
Of course not. This is Rain we're talking about. I was just saying it's odd, that's all. Maybe he's found God?
Under my hand.
Okay, also die zwei haben
Beast
irgendein Alibi.
drinks in
Pass
his
auf,
life
dann
force as
besuche ich
it's
den Rain.
Something's weird, isn't it? Ron seems strange today.
How are you?
Do you think Dorota was planning on marrying Oscar?
What makes you say that?
Well, nothing. It was just something I thought I saw. It doesn't matter.
Ah, du bist in die Dorota verliebt und hast sie
the
das...
flutter in the air, the torn wrapper of a toothsome morsel.
Okay. So,
The ecstasy fades.
sind wir die Violet?
Hello, Lexi. What can I do for you?
Please don't ask us to leave. The police want alibis from everyone for last night.
Well, I don't have one. I literally can't remember what I was doing.
Please don't ask us to leave.
Have you been speaking to Sam? You're safe for the minute.
Wait a minute.
That sounds ominous.
If one of your crew did murder Dorota, you can't really stay here, can you?
Stimmt, dann kommt er nämlich ins Gefängnis. So funktioniert das.
By the time the night bus arrives, the high has passed,
Okay,
leaving
so,
me
ich
drunk.
gehe in mein Zimmer und jetzt schalte ich mal auf den Kopf um.
Hi, Hi, I'm Chief DuPont.
So, du wirst mal wegen dem Alibi gegrillt.
Hello, I'm Violet. I'm Violet.
Ach so, ne. So.
Hi, I'm Chief DuPont.
And the memory of the assault grows hazy. I long to
So,
sleep myself.
genau,
but
so, und jetzt
Who
mal
knows whether you've made the right decision or not, Claude?
How's Bronwyn been?
Overly nice. She's covering her tracks well if she has anything to hide.
What was it I asked you to do again?
You just told me to report back to you if I noticed anything suspicious. Good grief, Claude. You're a bit young to be losing your marbles already.
What were you doing?
Claude, we've been through this. I honestly don't remember. I checked my diary and there's no entry, so I was probably here, as always.
How can you not remember, Violet?
I don't know. Which is exactly what I said in my statement. Don't try and get me to contradict myself.
Wir widersprechen sie sowieso alle.
while since the last. Maybe now he was so frail the
So,
beast would release him and
okay.
grant him peace in his final years.
Chief DuPont, what a pleasant surprise. I think we've covered just about everything twice over, but if you think I'm hiding something...
Who are you really, Bronwyn Castle?
Does it bother you, Chief DuPont, knowing there are things in this world that aren't black and white? You don't know what to file me under, and that makes you uncomfortable. Or perhaps you've already made up your mind about me. Why don't you tell me who you think I am?
You're a con artist.
I haven't asked anyone for a penny.
It was her own little fat roll. Look how big she'd grown. Wasn't she looking well? Part of her...
Good evening, Chief Dupont.
Dorota's family, what does the tarot say about them?
I can do a reading, if you want. It's the Five of Cups. It talks about loss and dealing with that loss. I don't think you need a tarot reader to interpret that one.
Bronwyn never been arrested?
Not since I've met her. She's a lawful good type character.
Dungeons and Dragons
play D&D.
reference.
Lexi ever been in trouble with the police?
No. Not to my knowledge. She's sweet and innocent. Or haven't you picked up on that yet?
By lunchtime, she'd cut a small square of cheese.
Oh, Chief Inspector, you gave me a shock. What is it? What have I done?
Tell me about Bronwyn.
She's an Aquarius, her favourite colour is green.
Oh.
What else do you need to know?
Is she?
Leader? This isn't a cult.
Oh.
She looks after me and Rain. Make sure we eat healthy and brush our teeth.
Why are you here in August?
Well, it's not for the nightlife, I can tell you that. This is where the cards told us to go. I guess you could call it destiny.
Do you know anyone here? What's wrong with the nightlife?
No, I can honestly swear I don't know any Augustives? Augustonians? Augustins until we got here.
What were you doing last night?
Nothing. I mean, I was here all night. Das cat's on a bronze
Ja, aber jetzt habe ich
for me.
zum Beispiel bei der Bronwyn und ihr habt Bücher gelesen.
Expression. The same petulant squawks.
Gut.
Penn didn't bother with a cage. She didn't need one. On the back of Mother's armchair,
Was ist das mit diesem
watching her
Radio?
with Talonous disapproval.
So,
The sight of
geh in dein Zimmer. So, wer waren wir jetzt noch nicht? Die waren wir schon. Ich spiele jetzt die Bronwyn.
Hi, I'm Bronwyn. I'm Bronwyn.
pull yourself together. And just like that, Penn pulled.
Is there something I can help with, Miss Castle?
I hope we're not being too much trouble.
Ah,
It's
ist nur
very
der
brave of
Mördermittlung.
you to tell the chief that Dorota would be murdered and then stick around afterwards. I'd have run for sure.
You strike me as someone braver than that.
I'm brave, but I'm not stupid.
Sister Crumb, it's saying. What a joke you are. In 2 months,
Bron, something doesn't feel right. I don't know what exactly, but it's not right.
Thoughts on Dorota?
Well, it's hard to say with just one victim. Musical talent, red hair. If there's another, there will be a pattern. Do you think it's another right?
A right?
Right.
As in the same thing we were chasing after in Birmingham? I suppose it doesn't really matter.
Aha.
Just have to try and stop it.
Aha. Es gibt wohl
Stop
irgendwelche
it?
Rituale.
Yes, stop it. If it's a traveller killing things.
Traveller?
Bron, you're acting weird.
Ja, ja, komm.
Are you still you?
Na, aber ist wurscht.
Of course.
Stop freaking me out. It's not cool in this current climate.
Some
Also, die waren in
danger.
Birmingham und haben schon mal irgendeinen Kult
Perhaps
erwischt.
represented as danger of
Ron, are you okay?
I'm not okay.
Well, if you're worried, I should be worried. Why are you worried? Should I be worried?
Ja.
Are you worried?
Only if you are. This could go on in circles for a while. Let's just keep cool and stay in our rooms.
The thoughts on hoping that you, Monroe, as always, can string
Was
these...
passiert weiter? Ist nur einige.
Poe, but there are different elements here that I'd like to discuss. So, firstly, the idea of a circus. Now, when you go to the circus, it's massive and it's a crazy.
Hello, I'm Rain. I'm Rain.
I mean, yeah, there is, the stakes are high.
Keine Violet.
Oh yeah, you need to balance. You need the balance.
Exactly, that's
Have you met the new detective yet? We're basically under 24-hour surveillance now.
Do you think Sam's onto us?
Onto what exactly?
Genau.
The real reason we're here? What we did last night?
Sam's not a mind reader. At least I don't think so. Just try not to let anything slip.
Das war ein guter Hinweis. So,
that you are worried that
jetzt
if
gehen wir
you
damit zu Violet. So, zu Bronwyn, meine ich.
you detract their attention.
Yeah.
And you said that the sharks don't seem to notice you.
Rain, I'm so worried about Bronwyn. What are we going to do?
Why are you...
The chief thinks she killed Dorota.
Maybe she did kill Dorota.
That's not even funny, Rain. Bronwyn's the least murdery person we know. But okay, let's say she did do it. What possible reason could she have for killing Dorota?
Psychopathic tendencies? Crime of passion?
Maybe. Maybe Bronwyn and Dorota were secretly lovers. And Bronwyn found out that Dorota was seeing someone else and killed her in a jealous fit of rage. Or maybe it's just another one of your twisted late night fantasies, in which case, leave me out of it.
All stone tower, and it just keeps going up and up and up. And I always wake up before I reach the top.
Okay.
What do you think, Poe?
Dann sind wir. So, jetzt probieren wir es nochmal mit der Lexi, weil ich glaube, mit der Lexi waren wir noch nicht bei allen.
Hi, I'm Lexi. I'm Lexi.
That they've never seen, and they...
Genau, der Violet haben wir ja gesagt, sie sollen uns bitte nicht rauswerfen. Bronwyn sind wir, glaube ich, auch durch. Genau.
Quest for understanding.
Understanding.
And climb. So, what I think is happening here is that you are striving for.
In den Zimmer. Ich glaube, wir haben alle, oder?
Hello, I'm Violet. I'm Violet.
Important that you believe in yourself, and if good things happen to you, then please.
Nix, gut, passt.
Forward and keep striving for the best.
Aber diese Radiosendung dazwischen ist ja hart.
Mrs. Gallagher, an unexpected pleasure.
How long are you planning to be here?
In town? I really don't know. Until the tarot tells us to leave. Or you kick us out, obviously.
How did you know Dorota was going to die? What?
Now that's a very good question. Logically speaking, you'd assume all three of us were in on it. Or none of us.
Very interesting. So she is okay, so...
Hello, Violet. Is everything okay? Ignore the mess. I was just going to tidy it up.
Did you have a pleasant evening, love?
Great, thanks. The room's really lovely.
But you weren't in this room, were you?
Oh no. Was I sleepwalking again? I haven't done that since... for ages. I didn't come into your room, did I?
No. Yes.
I'm so sorry. I don't know why I do that. It only seems to happen when there's a lot of bad energy floating around. Bronwyn says I just stand there and stare. I didn't catch you, not sleeping, did I?
but your explanation is so much nicer.
Thank you for your dreams.
You're listening to Radio...
Bronwyn hat sie
and
beim
Monroe.
Schlafwandeln beobachtet.
The Calling.
Gut. So, jetzt gehen wir zurück zum Sam. Ja, mysteriöserweise gar keine Stimme hat, wenn man da drüber fährt, die anderen schon.
She said. Then she cut off.
Claude, look, why am I being asked all of these questions? What have you said to Sam? Well, that's not the impression I'm getting. No, Claude, you listen to me. We had a deal and you said no questions asked, and a lot of questions are being asked. No, I'm not the killer, so why is everybody asking me all of these questions?
Ja, du kannst dich eigentlich nicht dran erinnern.
Fine. Yes, goodbye, Claude.
Was für ein geiles Telefon ist denn das bitte?
This.
Gut, aber wir haben ein Achievement, das heißt, wir machen irgendwie Progress. Ich weiß zwar nicht welchen, aber irgendein Progress machen wir. Hallo Bronwyn.
Mercury? Sure. I'll just get it. It feels a bit sacrilegious just spreading it out to show you. It doesn't really answer questions, it more asks them. Do you want it to ask you a question, Sam? It wants to know if you're happy being the person you are now.
Lustig. Nicht wirklich, komm.
Mercury agrees with you. It's nice that you're being honest with me and with yourself.
Jetzt haben wir einen Stein im Brett, pass auf.
They kind of look like semi-precious black eyes.
You were making a very good point there with the alien look. But it's not modern.
Not at all.
This one is a sculpture. It's 6 o'clock and you're listening to Radio August. Police investigating the murder of Dorota Shaw are appealing to the community to help catch her killer. The body of 21-year-old Miss Shaw, an accomplished cellist, was found in her home last night. Police are describing the murder as a violent and despicable act. Monroe.
It's just terrible. Meanwhile, out of respect for the victim and her family, this weekend's Tulip Festival has been postponed. New dates will be announced shortly, so do stay tuned to Radio August for updates.
I heard Dorota Shaw was due to play this weekend.
At the Tulip Festival.
Indeed. I understand why they'd want to postpone it. Tonight the weather will be mostly dry and warm, but be on the lookout for dark clouds on the horizon, as there may be scattered showers. Best take an umbrella, Monroe, so you don't get wet.
I like getting wet. That's 6 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
Okay, stelle weitere Untersuchungen an. Ich glaube, wir haben alles, oder? Nächstes Kapitel, komm.
I mean, this one sounds quite dark.
Besuche Oscar.
Who are you?
Ich bin ein gestaltwandelnder Detektiv.
Right, because the local police are so rubbish. It's been a day, a whole day. It's typical of them. Yeah, I went round there in the afternoon. Her parents were at work, and we were, you know, hanging out. I left at about 5. I'm playing football. It was just 5-a-side. Finished at about 9:30. I called her, but she never picked up. Not much. They always seemed happy to see me. I don't think they meant it. They wanted Dorota to focus on her music. Not long, a couple of months maybe. We did care for each other. No one. She was really popular. What, you mean watching us? That's disturbing. No, it couldn't have been. The only place you could have hidden would be in the closet, and I suppose someone could have hidden in the closet. Yeah, it's big enough for 2 people to have sex in. Und auch Vorhaus.
Ah ja, da klingt jemand sehr erfahren und sehr spezifisch.
She had a few kinks, nothing weird.
Oh, da sind wir von den
Yeah,
Kinks.
a band from the 60s. I'm not discussing this with you. Clothes, mainly. I did see something that freaked me out a bit. She had a wedding dress in there. She knew I'd seen it, but we never talked about it. Not even as a joke.
Take something from this.
Thank you for your dreams.
Any more news on Oscar Wainwright? Yep, that's what he told me too. Not a suspect. Just the tarot readers. No one else is remotely suspicious compared to them. Dorota's an only child. She lived with her mum and dad. Monday night was movie night, so they'd go and watch the 8 o'clock at the Odeon. Dorota would get the house to herself. They're devastated, naturally. They left town to stay with relatives. They didn't do it, Sam. Although, perhaps I should have made them stay. Rain says he was praying in his room, alone. Nobody corroborates. Bronwyn and Lexi say they were in the same room last night. Shame they can't agree which one. The tarot readers mentioned Birmingham. You're looking into it. There's some talk about a traveller, whatever that is.
Ja, das haben wir mitgekriegt, ja.
Oscar's not a suspect. He was playing football last night with lots of witnesses. According to Oscar, Dorota had a wedding dress in her closet, which is strange. Violet says she doesn't remember last night, but I've got that in hand. That's it.
Believe in yourself, and if good things happen to you, then please just embrace them. Embrace them and keep moving forward and keep striving for the best.
Jetzt quatschen wir nur mit
Thank you for your dreams.
She flaunts herself. Her body. Had boudoir photographs taken.
Na.
Who do you think those photos were for, Sam? Her mother? Ask Zach Weston. He took them.
Der Fotograf.
Vicar's son? No, as far as I can tell, Oscar is a good boy. But we've all got different faces now, haven't we, Sam? The masks we wear. I could be a satanic cultist behind closed doors, but you'd never know.
Ja, den Verdacht habe ich bei dir eh.
Sam. Zach's the local photographer. You should go and talk to him, Sam. You're good at talking. At Weston's Photographic, off the high road. It's late, but he's always there. I have a good memory. I'm still holding grudges from when I was 4.
Everything in my head was screaming for me to go, to run. No one saw me. No one knew I...
Oh, she gets easily confused. Youth of today. Fine. Jeeve Dupont was breathing down our necks, so we thought it would be simpler if we stuck together. If these walls weren't separating our rooms, then technically it'd be true.
Und wenn sie das Universum weiter verdichten, wird man alle aufeinander liegen, oder? Ach Gott.
Yes, he came to see me. He wanted to know that she was okay, spiritually speaking. He confided in me quite a bit, actually. He seemed to appreciate having someone to talk to, and he knew I couldn't tell anyone what he said. Oh, Sam, you know I can't do that. Tarot reader client confidentiality.
Ja, sicher.
To protect Lexi. None of this is her fault, and she gets anxious easily. I was just trying to take the pressure off. I'm sorry, Sam. I never usually lie. Rain's a big boy, he can handle himself. Besides, I'd be highly suspicious if Rain claimed to be doing anything else other than reading on a Monday night. That's pretty much all he does every night.
I was certain that it was a smell that would never let me sleep at night again.
Sam, what can I do for you? We didn't. Lexi used a Ouija board to get the name.
Uh-huh.
It's Lexi's thing. I don't personally go near them, but in this case, it did help. No. Lexi needs to give it context from the tarot reading. A lot of the time, it comes up with nothing. Or a sordid comment directed at Lexi. I think that's why she keeps using it, to be honest. Once we thought there was going to be a murder, Lexi used the Ouija board to find out the victim's name. It spelled out the rota. Just... This is going to sound weird. Most people believe Ouija boards contact the dead. So if Lexi contacts a dead person, that person needs to know what happens in the future. Ergo, maybe the person she's contacting is from the future. A time traveler who died here. Yes. Well, not just time travel, time and space travel is also possible. If we accept the fact there are multiple realities, we must also accept there are others like us who found a way to travel between these realities. We're trying to save people.
Funktioniert nicht, ja.
I said we're trying. We have a gift. We have Mercury, the tarot. It tells us where bad things are going to happen, and we try and stop them. Birmingham.
Ja, ja.
We couldn't save anyone there either.
Ich glaube, du bist einfach nicht gut in deinem Job.
Let's put a pin in this one, Sam. Let me ask Bronwyn. If she says it's okay to talk about it, it's okay to talk about it.
Her eyes didn't blink, and she no longer gripped my...
It's Lexi's. I like to think it works the way most metaphysical things work. Through energy. Everything is energy. You, me, that chair. If you focus hard enough on something, you attract energy, like an electrical current that connects
Das versuche ich immer mit dem Kühlschrank und der Bierdose. Komm in meine Hand, Bierdose. Funktioniert nur nie.
As I sat up in my bed, phone clenched tightly in my hand.
Ach so, ich muss mich jetzt in die Bronwyn verwandeln und im Rain sagen, dass es okay ist. Passt auf, gehen wir uns
Hi Sam, back from war already? No, I think Bronwyn met him though.
Aha.
You'd have to ask her, or him. It's not my place to say.
Achso, ja, der war ja dort und hat sie erkundigt.
I didn't. How did you find out? Am I in trouble?
Ja.
Ron was worried about me not having an alibi. She was locked in doing phone readings, so she's alright. But there's nothing to prove that I was here. I was though, cross my heart and hope to die. Oh, it's just your run-of-the-mill spirit communication device? Want to know how it works? Cool, okay. So Ouija boards send us messages from the spirit world, right? But where is the spirit world? I mean, there's planets and stars in space. The spirit world must be really far away, beyond all that.
Wie in Star Trek Dingsbums, wo sie den Gott finden, gell? So, dort ungefähr. Spirit World sein. Bitte fahre fort.
With so far travel, messages from the spirit world must take ages to get here. Like how light from the sun takes 8 minutes or something to reach us. You still with me?
Okay.
Oh, you're sweet. Where was I? Oh, so here's my point. The spirit world is actually several hours ahead of us. That's how we get messages about things that haven't happened yet. That's how we got Dorota's name. Because in the spirit world, she was already dead.
Oh Gott.
I know, mind-blowing.
Ja, mind blown, ganz bestimmt.
Traveller, that's a really old role-playing game, isn't it?
Sehr lustig. Roleplaying. Der Joke war gut, der war gut.
Oh, did you now? Well then, you know what I know. I guess you must be a part of our inner circle. How does it feel? Cheeky? Are you flirting with me?
Ich glaube, ja, du flirtest mit mir. Ja.
Oh dear, am I blushing again? There's a murder to solve. Maybe you should do that first, then me. No, not like that.
ja.
Time she comes back to the card, it seems more full than before. Wow, I do like dreams like this.
Oder Violet war mir schon, gell? Die schaut nur schief. Ja, genau.
Yeah,
so, das heißt, ins
again,
Zimmer.
someone's stuck in a loop.
Geh in dein Zimmer.
Your ability isn't endless. It will run out at some point.
Bronwyn.
Hi, I'm Bronwyn.
Gehen.
It makes me when she made her put everything back on the shelf.
Ich war mal mit der Violet. Hallo.
I'm truly sorry about Dorota.
I didn't really know her. I saw her pictures in the newspaper. Can't remember what for right now.
I didn't...
What are you implying?
It's just suspicious.
I didn't even know the girl. You predicted her murder. Who's more suspicious?
What you're having dreams about here, so it's your grocery shopping. So that in particular is a
Rain.
You can tell Sam about Birmingham.
Well, what can I tell Sam that you haven't already?
You know Sam likes a fact check.
I don't really know Sam. But if you're sure, then I guess I'm sure.
Ja, ich bin sure, weil ich bin die Bronwyn.
What did you tell the police you were doing last night?
I told them the truth, that I was in my room. I'm not sure if they can fact check it, but it's the only alibi I've got. Kind of wish we'd all stuck together now.
Ihr seid die
Why should we
schlechtesten
do another reading?
Mordaufklärer, Geisterjäger überhaupt.
You already told us. 8 o'clock. Ron, are you okay?
Reading um 8.
And maybe that is something that perhaps get...
Oh, Bron, I'm so glad you're here. We need to talk.
Aha. Sam hat mich
Is something
angepackert.
wrong?
No one can hear us, right? I mean, I'm assuming this room isn't bugged, although knowing Violet, there's probably cameras everywhere.
You think Violet's a voyeur?
Probably. I don't know. She has that look about her, don't you think? Like she knows something she's not letting on. I wouldn't be surprised if there's cameras hidden in the wardrobe.
What have you got to hide?
Nothing. Though I'd rather she didn't see me dancing around in my underwear. I only do that for people I love.
Do you love me?
Of course I do, Bron. See? And now that's on film. I hope you enjoyed that, Violet. Listen, we need to talk about our alibi.
Ja, dann red heute.
What about our...
I know you said it would be better if we said we were together, but lying about your alibi, that's pretty serious. Are you sure it was a good idea?
Nein, es war...
We should do whatever it takes.
You're acting like we've got something to hide. Bron, is there something you're not telling me? Why'd you ask me to lie? Were you really in your room all night?
Yes.
War sie die ganze Nacht in ihrem Raum? Oder lege ich mir da jetzt selber eine falsche Spur, wenn ich sage... Das ist eigentlich ziemlich tricky. Wenn ich jetzt sage nein, dann wird mir die Lexi beim nächsten Mal Sam erzählen, dass die Bron ja nicht in ihrem Zimmer war die ganze Nacht, weil die Bron hat es ihr ja gesagt. Was aber nicht stimmt, weil es ja ich ihr gesagt habe, was mich dann auf eine falsche Fährte führt. Also mache ich nein.
No.
Where were you? Ron, don't mess me around, you're scaring me.
So.
I'm just kidding, I was here all night.
Not funny.
Aber so könnten wir uns an Zeugen, wenn wir einfach die Bron dran kriegen wollen, könnten wir uns so an Zeugen machen, der das einigermaßen... Aha.
about filling up different aspects of her life and things like that. And I think what the bugs represent are the anxieties and the fears.
Genau, so. War ich schon die Tante? Oh, jetzt kann ich den machen. Das ist ja spannend. So, aber gehen wir es da... Ich möchte jetzt mal zum Sam zurückkehren.
With Poe and Monroe.
Und
Contagion.
Rain besuchen.
Adam Day.
Oh,
The demon really did spread like a virus.
so, sie war man noch nicht. Hören wir mal.
Hello, I'm Rain. I'm Rain.
Theatricality surrounding this demon,
Jetzt gehen wir da weiter mit
this ghost of a phenomenon.
Don't forget the group reading, Ray. By which I mean, if you see Lexi, tell her not to forget the group reading.
What's the plan?
We still don't know what we're dealing with. There's every chance that it could just be a normal human murder.
What if it's not a normal human murder?
Then we have to assume that it's some kind of traveller.
Like in Birmingham?
Yeah, like in Birmingham.
Listen, it took time for her fall, but the demon knew.
What do you think of Sam?
Oh, I'll totally hit that. Apart from the whole investigating Bronwyn for murder thing, of course. But that's a minor flaw. I can work around it.
I hear Sam likes you too.
Really? Well, you know, I'm not surprised. I am a total babe.
The tipping point when she would finally cut her strings and fly.
Ah, Rain, can I help?
About
Was there a problem?
my tap was dripping, but I fixed it. Where were you?
Dripping? Maybe I was in my bedroom. That's out of bounds to you.
Pushing lungs out of the way until breathing hurts. He whispers in the heart of his...
So, probieren wir es mal mit dem.
I'm Oscar. Is there anything else I can do?
Girl, she was no different. She was nearly there already without...
Oscar Wainwright, what a surprise.
Every
Okay,
smile, every restful night.
großartige Überraschung.
He tanked.
Aha, okay.
And now it was just
Okay, offensichtlich
a
funktioniert das
lonely,
jetzt noch
nearly
nicht.
empty home every night.
Okay, das funktioniert nicht.
When she finally had enough.
Das heißt,
Enough of the bird.
wir waren schon sie, waren wir schon sie. Ja, wir waren schon er, wir waren sie, waren wir noch nicht.
Hi, I'm Lexi. Oh, I'm Lexi.
She tried to reach out in that subtle human way. Of course she did.
Gibt es sicher irgendeinen Weg,
She
wie man das
knew where this
effizient
sickness was going.
in einer
As
Viertelstunde
easily as she
durchspielt?
could.
Hallo.
Oscar, the guy I met this morning? The one I told you about? Yes. Answers. Reassurance. Forgiveness.
Do you think he killed her?
Not considering what he asked me to do.
Humans don't want to be in pain. So she succumbed to the sickness. Or
I feel sad.
Bronwyn said to stay away from him and the family. We're drawing too much attention to ourselves. We won't be able to finish our job.
Joel?
Are you wearing a wire? You know why we're here. Don't make me say it.
Say it.
No. Stop being silly.
Rising to the demon parasite in her heart. Of course they don't. You'll sleep.
Ja, genau.
Does it matter anyway?
Das war jetzt auch sehr wenig aufschlussreich.
And the bottle opened in her hands. It'll be over.
So.
Hello, I'm Violet. I'm Violet.
Pills tore apart her liver. The doctors, the ones who cared enough to see the sign.
Ja, auch das scheint
And the
nicht wirklich
demon
gut
was
zu
quieted for a
funktionieren.
while.
Er ist auch nur nervös wahrscheinlich.
I changed your sheets last night, and you are...
That door was locked, and you said there's only one key. So how would you know?
It's ready to spread. The blood stained the go, finally, and that fed him too. She was dead. The deep...
Hi, I'm Chief DuPont.
Story painted the town red with her hair and...
Why is Sam still questioning me? Do I need to bring up Mr. Hedges again?
Wer ist Mr.
Are you
Hedges?
threatening me?
Exactly. Mr. Hedges, the man you asked me to put up, who then, died.
Aha, ein dunkles Geheimnis.
And then we buried him together so nobody would find out.
Aha.
Any of this ringing any bells? Not literally speaking. You took the body and you said you'd bury it, but, I'm an accomplice. We'd both be going down.
So would your father and sister. There was nothing here.
You have a recognizable knock, Chief DuPont. I'll remember not to answer next time.
Do you know Dorota's...
I've met him once, yes.
Just the once?
This morning.
Ah, ja.
What did you...
The weather and some other things which I'm not at liberty to discuss. Feel free to ask him, though.
The demon had outgrown his host, gotten too big for this poor heart and drowned with him, tangled together in the...
Okay, also wir haben es
Easy
offensichtlich
with
mit
that
einem
boy.
Wanderer zu
They
tun.
listened to the psychologists, but it was already...
So. Gehen wir zu Sam zurück oder reden wir mit der Violet?
The tree branch or his trachea. The note they found in his... The empty house to the forest. He was... had outgrown his host again. Gotten too... apart and choked with him, draped from the branches like flowers. And yet more dominoes fell, landing at the heads of graves in the field of stone.
It's 7 o'clock, and here's the latest August update. Chief DuPont of August Police is urging residents to be vigilant tonight following the brutal murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Whilst he stresses there is no immediate threat to the community at large, residents should be on the lookout until the killer is in police custody. Miss Shaw was found strangled in her bedroom home last night. Poe, I heard she was found by her mother.
Truly awful. Mother caught me up to all sorts of mischief in my bedroom. Also in the news, emergency services were called to the crossroads at Grange Avenue and Church Street following a collision between two cars. There are no reports of any serious injuries, but you might want to take a different route for now.
Oh no. It's going to be one of those nights, Poe.
Stick with me, doll. I'll keep you safe.
I'm not going anywhere. That's 7 o'clock with Poe and Monroe. Eyes. They kind of look like lizards. With a hat on.
Yeah, I mean...
Sorry, we're closed. Come back tomorrow or make an appointment online. Yes. What do you want?
Requisitenzuständige hatte leider kein passendes Hemd mehr für ihn.
I already told the police she did all those things of her own accord. I didn't force her to do anything. Oh! The road to shore. Sorry, I'm afraid I didn't know her that well. For the August Chronicle, she won some sort of award. I remember her cello. It kept reflecting the flash and ruining the shot. No, I went to her house along with the reporter. It's better with these human interest stories to capture them in a natural habitat. If you asked me to drive there without my sat-nav, no. No, actually, I've been running a special offer on portraits since she came in for a studio session. Wait there.
Hat die jetzt aber schnell gehabt.
As you can see, there's photos here. Her on the cello. Now this one's in colour. Beautiful hair. Now, legs wrapped around. Another one here. Oh, hang on. Do you see what I see?
Was sehe ich denn?
Nothing. She's just a very attractive girl. That's all.
Oh. Er ist sinister.
What do you mean?
Anzügliche.
Violet needs to mind her own business. I didn't want to mention them out of respect for the dead. You've heard of boudoir photography.
Oh, boudoir Fotografie, oh nein.
It's all very tasteful. Boudoir photographs are all about leading the eye and letting the imagination do the work. Most photographers mess it up. It's not supposed to resemble a Victorian whorehouse. Yeah, she didn't say. Her boyfriend, I assume. Would you like to see them?
Ja, natürlich. Kommen wir zum interessanten Teil.
As you can see, it's all very artistic. Dorota was a natural. She lit up the front of the camera. Want to see the videos?
Na sicher, wenn wir die Videos sehen.
Oh, that's a good one. Oh.
That's natürlich
Here they are. Oh, not that one. This is the one. Here you go.
Arsch, also noch nie hat die Welt härtere Pornografie gesehen.
There's more.
Okay, das ist doch jetzt auch irgendwas. Da kriege ich jetzt irgendwie so das Pornografen Achievement, ja. Voyeur.
This is the stuff.
Das ist das eigentlich. Oh, das wird immer härter. Alter, schau dir das an. Ich habe fast eine Arschbacke zu Gesicht bekommen. Kann mich vor Erregung und Lüsternheit kaum noch halten. Ich bin Laienschauspielerin und spiele Boudoir-Video, wie ich mir das vorstelle. Oh ja. Oh ja, schnell nichts mit dir weg.
She's how you say, acting? Friends, yes. I know Violet very well. Violet takes it very well, actually. I like him like that. With a frosty exterior comes a soft, warm center. I'm sorry my analogy wasn't explicit enough for you. Yes, we have sex.
Kriegen sie so blöd dabei. So.
Here. I'm usually here most nights. Only the roof rats.
Alpaca. I nod worriedly. She nods appreciatively. Mind if I...
No? Who's that? Never heard of him. Who what? Boudoir photos? She sent some private photos to me by phone. Do you mean them? I get it now. That's why you're asking about Zach Weston. Maybe I should pay him a visit.
No, just this.
Bet it does, she winks. So,
If you have anything else on Zach Weston, let me know. That's what he says, but no one can back him up. He's on my radar now.
Du hast ja so viel beigetragen.
I think you're supposed to tell me that. If he was taking photos of Dorota, maybe he fell for her? And the feeling wasn't mutual. Artists have muses, apparently. Wish I had one.
Du bist ein großer Künstler, ja.
And I'm all for a good boudoir picture, but who are they for? There's definitely a strong connection between those two then. Well, unless they were for Oscar, I don't know. Unless there's someone else about to come out of the woodwork. Zach Weston says he was in his studio last night. Zach says he's sleeping with Violet, which I doubt. Zach did other photo sessions with Dorota. Boudoir. I wonder what else he's not telling us. Rain still says he was praying in his room, alone. Bronwyn and Lexi lied about being together last night. You're still following up Birmingham. Keep me posted. Yeah, you mentioned the word traveller to me, but he's nothing. Oscar's in the clear. He was playing football last night. He said that Dorota had a wedding dress in her closet. Not many people would know that. That's it.
Okay.
You mean like, babies? No, silly. I mean like this. She curls a finger to beckon me over. Come here. I move towards her because I wanted to.
Oh, das ist ja cool.
I'm Zach Weston. Just sharpening my powers of persuasion.
Was er war. Achso.
Hello, I'm
Ja.
Violet. I'm Violet.
Nein, ich will ja das sein.
I'm Zach Weston. Just sharpening my powers of persuasion.
Has got a heavy metal handle, and then it's got...
Zach! What are you doing here? Quick, don't let anyone see you.
Why don't you want anyone to see me?
What? You're the one who said we shouldn't be seen together. What are you doing here?
I wanted to make sure we were still okay.
What did you do? What did you say to Sam?
Everyone's talking about Dorota.
I didn't say that. But we both know what Dorota was like. She practically threw herself at you.
Aha.
She didn't throw herself at me.
The boudoir sessions. Some girls get the wrong idea. I saw how she was looking at you. She wanted it.
You were there.
No, silly. But I saw the photos.
Everyone's talking about the...
I know. But I suppose people like that attract trouble.
People like what?
That's not funny, Zach. What if Sam heard?
But it was used for teleportation. Allegedly, you could look in the mirror, think of being somewhere else, and you're there.
Zach, let me stop you there. You are one creepy fellow. Now, I don't know what you had going on with Dorota, but I don't want anything to do with it. Do not come back here. Please.
It's amazing. No, she hasn't. Can't do this show without her.
And I can't do it without you, Poe.
Oh. Poe's curiosity shop is now closed. Well, today I've brought in a really cool object. So what might...
Gut. Aha. Gehen wir mal zum Sam zurück.
They kind of look like semi-precious black eyes.
Do we really have to? How vulgar. Yes, I suppose that is what he'd say. But I've never let him lay a finger on me. He says we're in a relationship, but he doesn't act like it. He thinks he's irresistible to women. No.
Was ist das jetzt? Kinder in Hotelfluren sind ja immer gruselig.
Poe's curiosity shop
Was ist jetzt los?
Dreams?
Sam, look, I can't talk right now. I'm doing phone readings. Gotta pay for a John somehow. Lexi's locked in till 8 too. I can sort you out afterwards, yeah?
Firstly, thank you for writing this one in. She says, I dream that...
Fine, Sam. Birmingham.
Prost.
Mercury took us to Birmingham. We didn't know what for. We never really know what for. But we turned up. It started with a girl, Ginny. She was South African. I only mention it because that was its thing.
Its thing.
Yeah. We didn't know at the time, but in hindsight, it was after South African girls. 3 to be exact. The Traveller wanted 3. You should ask Bronwyn. She's the one that knows about rights. I just know it normally involves 3, and all 3 share a common attribute. I guess you might call them demons, in as much as they can get inside us. They come from other worlds. Some religions talk of demons, but they don't actually exist. Travellers can get inside us and make it look like we're possessed, hence the demons. Yes, disturbingly. It's actually a lot more complicated than that. They choose a reality/universe where they actually evolve to become the person they're possessing. So they jump in a few million years before our timelines intersect. They can't just jump into someone. It takes a few hours for that.
Mehr Mambo Jumbo.
They make the decision before they travel, which is why we can catch them. Yes, probably. The tarot doesn't just sat-nav us to normal murders. I met him yesterday. doing the rounds, looking for reading work. Actually, he did mention the rota. He said there was this girl he was planning to meet up with. Said she was alone every Monday night because her parents go to the cinema. Do you know what that means?
Ja, was?
It was the road to shore.
Und damit kommst du erst jetzt um die Ecken? Du
I
Trottel!
fall, but I never hit the water. Now this in particular I think is very interesting.
So, die macht da Telefon-Readings.
We've got to stop meeting like this. Seriously though, Sam, I'm working. Can't it wait? Just give me to 8, okay?
Kann mir vorstellen, was die für Telefonarbeit macht.
Some danger that's lurking. Perhaps represented as danger officer.
Gut, ich gehe in mein Zimmer. Ich möchte zumindest ja probieren, das war letztes Mal so unergiebig.
I'm Oscar. Is there anything else I can do?
I'm hoping that you, Monroe, as always, can string these things together.
Okay, Violet nicht
Alright,
da.
well, I'll be honest, Poe, but there are
Bronwyn hat keine Zeit, stimmt.
Firstly, the idea of a circus. Now, when you go to the circus, everything's
Rain. Was bringt
the
der Typ
experience, and
überhaupt?
some people love it, some people hate it. But what it actually relates to is being itself. What is one of the main things you have to consider when you're walking on a tightrope? Not that you would know, Poe, obviously, or maybe you do.
I hardly ever. I'm in control. There is the step. Sensing the thing with Bronwyn went badly.
Why did you put me up to it?
I need all hands on deck. You're a hand. At least I thought you were.
Oh, das habe ich nicht gecheckt, dass man...
Never mind. At least you tried.
Is there...
No, you've done enough. I'll keep up my end of the bargain, make those speeding tickets go away, though technically you'd have more points than a hedgehog if I kept them. And if I do catch you speeding in August again, Oscar, instant ban. Capiche?
Yes?
Yes.
Because they're busy. They're busy in his dream, aren't they?
They are, and you said that the sharks don't seem to notice you because you're just carrying on as normal.
Das habe ich nicht kapiert,
Marek,
dass man da auch als Fremder, als in Persona quasi ein Taxi rufen kann. Ah, Kacke!
I'm Zach Weston. Just sharpening my powers of persuasion.
you need to give them all of your time and your emotions. So perhaps, Marek, you need to take a step back. I think in this case.
Come to Poe's Curiosity Shop. Okay, Monroe, here's the object for today.
It's definitely made out of silver.
Hi, Hi, I'm Chief DuPont.
Well, it's a silver rattle and whistle.
Chief? Again? She didn't really use any social networks. Didn't have the time. Mainly just cello.
Good on you.
She helped out at a Rainbows group. I think it's like Cub Scouts for little kids. Did that with her mum. But, I don't know. Unless she was strangled by a 9-year-old.
Poe's Curiosity Shop.
Hello. I know you. You're the police chief.
I understand that you knew Dorota Shaw.
We met briefly, yes. I freelanced for the August Chronicle, and they did a story about her.
Was that the first?
As far as I know. I meet a lot of people through work. Some are more memorable than others. I happened to mention my portrait services, so she booked a session with me. A few weeks ago.
What type of photos do you take?
For the paper. Record shots that any idiot with a phone can take. My studio is where the magic happens. Mainly portraiture, but I dabble in other areas.
Boudoir photography?
No. I do have a boudoir set though. Lots of clients like it. It's all very tasteful and above board.
I'll be looking.
You can sleep in it if you want. It's a proper bed. Not sure you'll
der Typ
find
ist ja
anything
wirklich
you're looking
creepy.
for though.
Is it?
It might just have been someone imagining that that's what aliens look like. Or it could be an observation of someone actually encountering someone who looks like this.
Perhaps.
Poe's curiosity shop.
Hello, I'm Violet. I'm Violet.
Ah, warte mal.
Hi,
Du hast recht, Steff, es müssen dringend
Hi, I'm
mehr
Chief
Likes her.
DuPont.
Mit diesem
It felt
genial
unnatural to
innovativen
be
Kanal.
here in this place,
Natürlich,
so far
was
away.
sonst? Okay, die
He
redet
thought
nicht
back
mit
to the
uns.
day he volunteered
Ah,
for a
das
top
kotzt
secret
mich an, dass ich
project.
das verpasst habe.
When he had first heard those words, undisclosed location, on Earth, instead,
Ich glaube, jetzt habe
he
ich
now
unsere
found himself
Optionen
on the
sehr
far side of the moon. Sheffield, an expert in the field of archaeology, hadn't had a breath of fresh air in 8 months.
Hello, I'm Violet. I'm Violet.
He had even started to avoid mirrors in fear of catching a carcass of a man, more akin to a ghost. But
Okay, es geht
what
doch
kept
gar
him
nichts.
going. It had to. Dimitri. But they were writing history here. Unimaginable discoveries had been made.
Oh, jetzt schreibt man die Typen mal aus. So. Ja, da geht auch nix. Nix. Aber coole Sammlung an Spielen hat er da hinten.
Well, hello, gorgeous.
Oh.
Did you?
Everyone in town's heard. She's a local celebrity now.
Local celebrity?
Violet? Of course not. I only have eyes for you.
That's not what I heard.
This again. I told you, I'm not seeing anyone else. I have gorgeous women in my studio all the time, but you're special. Not because you won't take off your clothes, I'm expecting that at some point. It's just, you're so clever and well educated. And the icing on the cake, you're the most beautiful woman I've ever met.
I came over last night, but you weren't here.
Well, that explains why there was no answer when I called you. I was definitely here.
So, geh in dein Zimmer. Haben wir eigentlich alles schon durch, bis auf ihn da.
Hello, I'm Rain. I'm Rain. Okay. You have a lovely guest house.
It is quaint, isn't it? It's all my parents had when they died. We are literally sitting in my inheritance.
How?
Father died first. Heart attack. They found him in the freezer when Mother died. She had a pulmonary embolism. I didn't really talk to them much.
Freezer?
Yes, she kept him in the chest freezer because she didn't want to be alone. Stored him perfectly. still use it today.
Gut. Bitte nicht nur das Radio. Ich hole mir jetzt ein Taxi durch den Jeep.
Rain! I'm surprised to see you here. I take it you know about Dorota already. All that stuff we talked about yesterday, that's strictly between you and me.
What's that?
That's the spirit. Now, I think it's best if we don't get caught speaking to each other. Overcautious, I'm sure, but I think it's for the best nonetheless. Maybe we can get together for a lad's night out after this is all blown over. Yeah?
Okay. No, thanks.
Great. Well, I'll see you soon.
Jetzt probieren wir es nochmal als...
I'm Zach Weston. Just sharpening my powers of persuasion.
Okay, der spricht auch nicht mehr mit uns. Scheiße.
I bet he is. It was that thing I told you about Dorota. I mean, I didn't know it was her then. He wanted to show me these explicit photos of her, but I refused. And that's when he told me about her being alone on Mondays. I wonder who else he told that to.
Okay.
It's 8 o'clock and time for another August update. Police investigating the death of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw have said there's no evidence to connect her boyfriend to the murder. Chief DuPont's statement was delivered in response to speculation from local residents that it was a crime of passion. Miss Shaw's strangled body was found by her mother around 10 p.m. last night in what the chief is calling a puzzling crime.
I can't believe people are gossiping already, Poe.
It's always the person closest to the victim, isn't that what they say?
But that poor boy. A reminder also that due to the murder, this weekend's Tulip Festival has been postponed. New dates will be announced soon. The weather's getting worse tonight with heavy rain forecast. So if you're heading out, you might want to take a jacket. Or a cab.
Or wear the jacket in the cab. That's 8 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
Sam, I've got news. We've done a reading.
It's the Five of Swords. That's the same card as yesterday.
Oh, das heißt, unerwartet passieren.
Let's hope it's not the Knight of Wands. This doesn't look good.
It's fine. This happens all the time. There are 78 cards in a deck. The same ones come up a lot.
I get it, but we drew the exact same cards yesterday. What are the odds of pulling all three again?
1 in 474,552. I know, I get asked a lot.
Better for Ten of Swords.
It's happening again. There's going to be another murder. Then Lexi did her thing, and now we have a name. Alice Munro.
Die Radiomoderatorin.
Sam, do me a favour, go easy on Violet. If we need to get anything out of her, let me deal with it. She'll open up to me. We've got a new target. Alice Munro. Rain still says he was praying in his room, alone. You say Bronwyn and Lexi's alibis don't add up. Violet says she doesn't remember last night, but I've got that in hand. Zach Weston says he was in his studio last night. No one corroborates. Oscar's in the clear. He was playing football last night. He said that Dorota had a wedding dress in her closet. Not many people would know that. That's it.
Mit diesem Wedding Dress. Schau, der redet ja auch nicht mit mir. Das ist so zart.
Monroe. Everyone knows her. She's a local radio star here. I always get the shot, Sam. One way or another.
You must be Sam. I just got off the phone with Chief DuPont. I can't believe it. First Dorota, now me. Yes, we were friends. I hadn't known her for long, only a few weeks. We met at the gala. I was hosting and she was playing the cello, you know? I guess we talked for a little while and then she asked me for a drink after the show. After we'd had a few drinks, she invited me back to her house. I thought we were just gonna chat, watch a movie, that sort of thing. Then she kissed me. I was so shocked. She was so attractive. So I kissed her back. This is just between us, right? We fooled around. I don't have many friends, Sam. Everyone thinks because I'm on the radio, I have tons of friends, so nobody ever approaches me. I get lonely.
Ja,
But
okay, du hast die abschleppen lassen.
Dorota was my friend, and I liked making her happy. Poe and Dorota, people I say hi to. I have thousands of followers and subscribers, and they keep me feeling warm when I'm down, but they're not friends. I do get the odd stalker, but that isn't something anyone wants. Oscar, yeah. She was a bit confused. When we started seeing each other, she didn't like him touching her anymore. I didn't mind, but she did. So I told her if he wanted to get sexual, then maybe she should try something else. I said some guys like to watch, so tell him it would be sexy if he could look but he couldn't touch. As far as I know, it worked. She told Oscar to watch from her walk-in wardrobe. When he was at a safe distance, she put on a show. She faked it. She told me she faked it. but you'd know best. I don't think so. We were very discreet. It was more fun that way. We're co-hosts on the radio. Oh, sorry. You know that already. We've been partners for 2 years now. He's a good friend.
Oh, war es nicht, weil es gibt nämlich eine Fortsetzung von dem Spiel. Da spielt der Poe eine große Rolle.
He's on air at the moment, but he'll be finished at 8:30. On air? We both were. We broadcast live hourly news reports. It's how we keep our funding. Not very well. He's done a few shoots of me and Poe to promote the show. He's fine. He keeps asking me to pose for him, you know, without any clothes on. I always say no.
So ein Lüstling.
No. Sorry. I did have a strange dream last night, though. My life was playing on a TV screen, and every time I did something, another version of me started playing over the first. In the end, there were so many versions it became a fog. It filled my lungs. I couldn't breathe. And then I woke up. What do you think that means, Sam? I don't know what. I mean, I'm anxious now. Maybe it was predicting Dorota's death. Or mine. Just don't hurt me. Or let me get hurt. Sam? You forgot your phone.
Genau, lass die arme Frau alleine, die gerade Morddrohungen kriegt. Okay, besuche die Pension. Jetzt drehen wir das Radio auf, ob da jetzt nur der
The words were
Monolog...
meant to be comforting, but lacked conviction. It was probably some kind of hallucination, said Dr. Whitfield as he placed a hand on him.
Aha, das ist dieses Gruselkind.
Excellent work. Gold star for you. Oh, hello. This is my goddaughter,
Aha,
Sophia.
und die darf da
She's only
gruselig
9
herumlaufen.
and she's a maths genius. Hello. I have to pop to my room to get something. Be nice to her while I'm gone. Otherwise I might have to smother you in your sleep.
Alter.
What's your name?
In der Butzemann, Alter.
I'm Sophia.
Ich
Pleased
weiß
to meet
nicht,
you.
wie ich dir dabei
Do you
helfen
want to
kann.
know a secret?
Gut, dass sich die Tante da jetzt auch eingemischt hat.
Violet was taken by aliens in a ship.
Wirklich.
She doesn't want anyone to know.
Aber danke für den
Sorry
Hinweis.
about that. Sophia, your mother will be here for you soon, so run along and wait. Now, Sam, how can I help you? She has a wicked imagination for her age. Do you think you're sitting here now? Perception is reality, Sam. I needed to confide in someone, so I told Chief Dupont. Just Chief Dupont. And now you, apparently. Why are you talking about this again? You understand, every time you mention abduction, it opens up a vault of crushing memories that I'd rather stay locked up. No. Not even the moon. I don't really want to. About a month ago. The guest house was empty and I was alone in my bedroom. All I could hear was dripping. A cold tap. Drip. 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 And then it began. I could smell iron, a strong metallic smell. Then I could taste it on my tongue. And then weightlessness. Like time and space had stopped. That was the first time they took me.
In welche Körperöffnungen haben Sie die Sonden gesteckt? Sag es
It's
mir.
happened 5 times.
Ah, doch.
Even on clozapine. Get that strange aura, then I'm gone. I had tests for epilepsy, amongst other things. But all the scans were normal. As far as I know, I've gone. It's difficult to explain. I'm stuck in the wall of an enormous room made from these wooden vines, except the vines slowly move and drip with pain. My head is pushed out like I'm a trophy. If I look to my side, there are others, heads, all prisoners, being experimented on. They rearrange us like decorations, suck us backwards into the darkness and then thrust us back through the wall. And when they return me home, I'm broken. Cuts, bruises, memories. Of course, Poe and Monroe. She's on the radio. Yes, I believe I did. She was here once for something. I don't remember now.
Moves as if it has a mind of its own. She tries to resist the movement, but...
I've heard her on the radio, but other than that, I don't know anything about her. I want to help though. That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Although we can be sure of one thing. Yeah, she sounded blonde on the radio, but Mercury called her as a redhead. A little bit. What did you want to know? A rite can take many forms, but from what we know about these travelers, it seems to be performing some kind of coming-of-age ceremony. Yes, a rite of passage. Running havoc in our dimension is rewarded in theirs. Not fair, is it? 3 is a powerful number. There's a divine balance to it in our universe anyway. But maybe it doesn't mean anything where the traveler's from. Maybe 3 is just the carry-on limit for interdimensional travel. Was it a gold coin?
Das hätte ich nicht sagen sollen.
I should have known. That's the same as Birmingham. Although they beheaded the victims, they all had gold coins in their mouths. It's their way of marking their territory to prove it's their work. No. I can do a reading if you want.
Ja, mach.
The Chariot. Is Zach a suspect? I'm sensing there's a lot of tension. Pent-up frustration, like he's trying to keep everything together, and if he can just do that... I'm sorry, that's not much help to you, is it? Yes, of course, anything. Why Violet? Do you think she's in danger? You don't think she's involved, do you? Leave it with me, I'll see what I can find out. And don't worry, I'll be super discreet.
Genau.
Vicious.
Well, I can in fact tell you that a tower does in fact symbolize a quest for understanding.
Understanding?
And climbing stairs can show that you're achieving your goals.
Oh, so...
I know the name. She's off the radio. Hard to get away from it in this town. In Birmingham, it was a man called Yuri Harris. He worked as a butcher. He beheaded all 3 girls within hours of each other.
Oh.
And we couldn't stop it. He pleaded not guilty for reason of temporary insanity. The Butcher of Birmingham received 3 life sentences and won't be seeing the light of day anytime soon. We know it wasn't him, though. We know it was a traveller.
So it's quite small.
Also wir sagen irgendwo zwischen
Put them
Dämon
on
und
your
Außerirdischen.
hand. And
So what's the news about Ellis? I feel so useless sitting here. I want to help. Yes, please use me. Tell me what to do. You got it. Me and the spirit world are going to have a serious chat. I'll get back to you when I find something.
Seated and howling.
Oh.
It's called the Screaming Monk. Legend has it that this monk, called Busan, accidentally glimpsed Queen...
You're only alive because we want you to be.
Ah, jetzt haben wir da eindeutig mehr Optionen. Pass auf. Jetzt langsam spannend. Ich will mal über ihn mehr herausfinden. Ich muss wissen, was
Hello, I'm Rain.
er in der Nacht gemacht hat.
I'm Rain.
You're listening to Rain.
Who is...
You saw her, did you? She's my goddaughter, at that age where she overshares.
Is she a...
What makes you say that, Rain? Is there something about her aura?
It floated there in the center of the loft. The babe.
What is it, Ray?
I have a plan.
You do? Enlighten me.
Maybe Ellis should stay with us.
With our track record. If she gets killed anywhere near us, we'll be sent to jail, whether we did it or not.
That's cold.
I'm just being practical. Ellis's fate is in our hands. Ours isn't.
Of a fish tank. With twilight blue through the long winter.
Hi, Rain. Did you miss me while I was gone?
So?
I'm honestly not going to try and worry about this one. We've told Sam, and I think that's all we can do.
Really?
No, not really. I don't have many options. I'm asking everyone how I can help, so maybe I actually can help this time.
Each topped with an eyeball. Only they weren't. Except for a moment. Some deep-sea horror. Rained with row on row.
Geht nicht. Okay, dieser Rain ist einfach der unnötigste für alle. Unnütz.
Altering its form like camouflage. Playing with the...
Haven't you done enough predicting my death?
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'm just kidding. I know it's not your fault.
Du lässt ganz schön viele Leute, die rausfinden, dass das umgebracht wird.
Have you made a decision about the show?
I think it's a no. Sorry. It's just the reading that you gave me the other day. I don't want to scare off the audience.
Why would I scare off your listeners? What read?
The reading you gave me to show me what you could do. It was scarily accurate.
What was accurate?
Everything. My broken heart, the enveloping darkness, my beautiful death. You said it was just a metaphor, that it was just about transformation. But it's not. I'm going to die, aren't I?
The vision vanished, and an alternative
Der hat ja schon
to
mal
death
seine
was
Lesung
offered.
gemacht.
It wouldn't eat me, at least for now. It needed.
Jetzt wird es da schon langsam ein bisschen kompliziert.
Hi, I'm Bronwyn.
It would be less unsettling if it had eyes and were less of a corpse.
Do you believe Tara can... I'm not one for mystics and crystal balls. I'm a Virgo.
It says you're lying about your...
Oh, I suppose it has a 50-50 chance of getting it right.
He had lived a life of addiction, survived on a steadily dwindling income from...
What a day. Alice Munro, then. Looks like our traveller likes redheads.
I wouldn't be so sure.
Should we be worried about Violet?
Maybe. She thinks she was abducted by aliens.
Then that possibly means she's already been a traveller target. What else did she say?
Something about being in a row of heads?
So they're killing us for sport. Sounds about right.
Fraying at the edges. The bag lady.
Bron, what are we going to do about Ellis?
What would you...
I don't know. That's why I'm asking you.
Let's think.
A few times we've caught up with the Traveller, nothing's worked.
Talking to them? Killing them? Restraining them?
If we lock up the killer until Mercury tells us Ellis is safe, that could work. But who is the killer?
Ellis. Zach. Violet. Oscar. Sam. Chief Dupont. Rain.
Rain ist es, glaube ich, nicht.
Chief Dupont. Sam. Oscar. Violet. Oscar. Violet. Zach.
I think so too. I need a reason to visit him though.
I was free to go, along with the worm.
Okay, also wir konnten
To observe for the bag lady, to do its
schauen, ob
bidding.
wir den Sack was... Okay, ne? Aber wir konnten jetzt die
decided.
Lexi-Aufnahmen machen lassen.
Starting with feet.
Who are you? What are you doing in my house?
True.
Get out now before I call the police!
Incessantly. Not these ones, the worm had to be told as people strolled past on the sidewalk. Not this one, the worm had to be told when...
Die Lexi soll Nacktaufnahmen machen.
Hi, I'm Lexi. I'm Lexi.
People sensed it. Sensed something was wrong. Just... The bag lady was getting hungry.
Lexi Corn, how thin are these walls?
What do you mean the walls are thin?
I can hear you screaming at your Ouija board. Last night too. I feel like I've heard your whole life story. Does Sam like me? Is Violet a lesbian? Will Ellis die? Will Bronwyn die? That last one, don't worry about that.
Why not?
Och, I am Bronwyn MacLeod from the Clan MacLeod, and I am immortal. You silly badger.
Oh Gott, wir haben, glaube ich, ein Easter Egg gefunden. Ein sehr peinliches noch dazu.
Find that his name was George. George had lost his job and his family.
Our job.
Tell me about it. Chasing around the unknown, trying to triumph good over evil, generally standing around helpless watching people die.
Why do we do it?
For me, it's a common decency thing. Hi, I'm Bronwyn. Did you know the Earth was overrun by trans-dimensional evil? Want to help fix it? Sure. I'll read the manual, Lex. People are afraid of ghosts, zombies, and aliens. They never even think to consider the possibility that there are millions of universes, potentially with millions of predators, all far more evolved than we are. What are our chances of victory? Minuscule. But if we don't fight at all, 0.
Like a deep-sea fish dangling its lure. The bag lady appeared and changed forms, and the second.
Kein Oscar. Nur Alice. Oh, Monroe. Zack.
Sorry, we're closed. Unless you're here for something else.
Something else.
I'm a friend of Dorota's.
Dorota. I'm sorry about what happened.
Dorota told me things about you.
Things? That's ominously vague. I'm not sure what you mean. Sorry, I didn't catch your name.
Lex.
Lexi. I like it. It's got an edge.
Dorota said she knew you. I know what you did to Dorota. Dorota said she knew you.
Yeah, she had a portrait session with me. Can I get you a drink?
No, sure.
Here, I've only got vodka. You're old enough to drink, right?
Of course. Does it matter?
Das gefällt dem Lüstling.
I like you already.
You're dating Violet, aren't you?
No, we're just friends.
That's not what you told Sam. That's not what Violet thinks.
Violet doesn't always see things clearly. It's fine. I know how to handle her.
Doesn't see what clearly?
I know how to talk to her. She's a sweetheart when you get to know her.
I know what you did to Dorota.
I didn't do anything to Dorota.
You killed her. You seduced her.
You make it sound so sordid. Dorota didn't do anything she didn't want to.
You can wish it. You can do it. Thank you for your dreams.
You're listening to Radio with Owen Monroe.
Ich hatte jetzt auch nicht so viel zum Sagen.
The Catch. Read by
In ein Zimmer. So. Er ist ja so komisch, oder? Der Typ.
I'm Oscar. Is there anything else I can do?
Der hat doch noch nie was Kino, oder? Da war noch nie irgendeine Gesprächsoption mit dem. Das müsste jetzt mal
he
gehen.
lifted a numb hand and rubbed her cheek.
Alter.
It was a hopeful plea, feebly delivered. Indignant meow was an order. This could
Da geht heute mal gar
Ivan
nichts.
sat up, scooped Uni to the floor, and pulled on a t-shirt. and led him down to the kitchen, herding his slow bare feet in dangerously tight circles. Uni.
Oscar, good. You got my message. Got some things to show you.
What have you got?
Does, this mean anything to you?
That's Dorota.
And what if I showed you this?
Alice Munro.
Do you know her?
She's from the radio.
And if I do this? No? Anything?
What are you doing?
That'll be all. You can go now.
Their misery.
Ah, wir müssen zu Alice fahren, natürlich. Wir müssen zum Sack, also wir müssen zu Alice und dann zum Sack fahren.
Oscar, I'm so sorry. What can I do?
You...
Oscar, it's so much more complicated than that.
Why didn't you save her?
I couldn't. I was live on air. I didn't know what was happening. Well, nobody knew what was happening. Don't make this my fault, Oscar. Please.
Stepping over its limp legs, fixed on him. On for a closer look. The kitten's eyes were open. Blue, pink nose, pink ears, so fluffy. We're on to kittens now, Uni meowed. Ivan pushed himself. When he returned, the kitten was scrambling at the mat with its front paws, trying to drag itself up. Its back legs lay helpless. Oh, Ivan dropped down next to the kitten. Shh.
Warte mal, zu Sam zurück, dann mit der Lexi mal kurz plaudern.
Suffering, Ivan clenched the towel, then draped his foot. It would have to be a good one. Hard.
I'm Zach Weston. Just sharpening my powers of persuasion.
Crackling and fizzing with bubbling blood, the wet towel stuck in the bloody mess he'd made, and he quickly replaced it.
I think we should break up.
Oh, das ist ja böse.
What have you been doing with Alice Munro?
What haven't I been doing?
The tarot readers have predicted that she's the next victim. Do you think we should do something?
Want to?
Is that really all you think about? Starting to look like August has a serial killer targeting redheads. Look at my hair, Zach. Does this look red to you?
I think we should break up.
Why do you want to break up?
I don't love you. I'm cheating on you.
With who?
Dorota. Lexi.
Ah, komm, tu es.
The tarot reader? She's only been in town 5 minutes and you're already screwing her. Do you love her?
Yes.
You haven't got the balls to say it, have you?
Did you order this? He asked. His voice sounded shakier than usual. Didn't I mention it? She started pulling at the fur. She hadn't mentioned it. Ivan would have remembered. He lay down and closed his eyes. Skin. Thanks, babe, she said. No worries, said Ivan. Anything.
Welcome to Poe's Curiosity Shop. Object I've just handed to you.
I have never seen anything like this. Zach, what are you doing here?
I've been a naughty boy. I need to tell my previous partners.
Good to know. I'm not one of them though, so unless there's anything else?
Pose for me.
Zach, please stop asking. It's not gonna happen.
Just undo a few buttons.
Are you bullying me into taking my clothes off for you? That's sleazy. Just leave, Zach, before I call Chief DuPont.
From an ancient burial ground. This particular one has traces of the same limestone as the Great Sphinx of Giza. Well, that's what the man down the pub told me.
That's incredible.
Poe's Curiosity.
Gut. Was mit dir?
Hi, I'm Alice. I'm Alice. It's wooden and...
Correct.
It's got engraving.
Okay, niemand.
There could be animals. Some people might interpret.
Four figures on it. Perhaps.
Rain nicht da.
See?
What was the object used for? What do you think?
Only used.
Lexi auch nicht da.
Hang something on, like a coat or.
You could do that, but it's.
Zack nicht da.
Item.
Oscar nicht da. Chief nicht da.
You've never used a mangle.
A mangle?
Yeah.
For clothing?
Yeah. Its only job is literally to flatten bed sheets. That's what it is.
Really?
Gut. Den hatten wir. Lexi hatten wir eigentlich ja auch.
Hi, I'm Lexi. I'm Lexi.
Schon.
Hello, I'm Rain. I'm Rain. Okay.
Hatten wir auch.
Hi, I'm Bronwyn.
Sounds a bit of a nightmare.
Nightmares.
Firstly, thank you for writing this one in. It's my house, and I'm discovering lots of empty rooms I'd forgotten. There's another room leading off it, but then I start noticing all these them until the whole room is covered in bugs. I don't know about you, Poe, but I don't really like the sound of that bird.
Hello, I'm Violet.
Areas, different parts of her life. All these perhaps different aspects of them. So,
man kann es nicht überspringen.
All these different parts have.
I'm not talking to you, Violet. I've heard what you've been saying about me. I've never even met Zach. It's really mean.
Yeah, experiencing issues in different aspects of her life, and she is.
Hello, lovely. Take a look at this. It's a picture of the rotor.
I don't want to see
It's not like that. It's just a press photo. Do you see anything in it?
Was soll da drin sein?
A girl.
Beautiful lady. I can make you look like that, Violet. You just need to let me.
Nina, it sounds like... No. The insecurities about the person you wish you could be. But Lena, the thing is, if you can wish it, you can do it.
Hi, Hi, I'm Chief DuPont.
Well, it definitely looks like an alien.
Claude.
Alien, I suppose, with two aliens.
Chief, what a surprise to see you. Again.
Why didn't you tell me Alice was next?
I told you Dorota was first. And that didn't turn out very well, did it? Let's hope Sam does a better job than you did.
It's quite an ancient
sie nicht so gern, glaube ich.
object, isn't it? It's not modern.
Brain nicht da.
The sculpture that was found along with several others.
Sexy nicht da.
Mexico. Oh, I picked it up on eBay. It's supposed to be proof that aliens have visited our planet already.
Chief DuPont, thanks for calling in.
I'm just checking.
At the moment, my heart's beating 1,000 times a minute and I can't sit still. Every noise or knock on the door makes me jump out of my skin, and I keep looking behind me. Is that safe?
Have I ever let you down?
What? That you're just saying you're doing things when you're not actually doing anything. What's the plan, Chief DuPont?
Chief ist wirklich
How do we stop this from happening?
Chief ist wirklich unfähig.
How do we stop me from dying? And Monroe. So Gabby said that...
Chief, I wanted to ask you something.
Is it about...
Am I still a suspect?
Yes. No.
Okay. Good. Listen, I think I might get out of this place soon. I need some space. Yeah. So it's true then?
I haven't seen them. It's all tasteful stuff.
I didn't get them. Now I feel like I'm the only person who hasn't seen them.
Aber hast du es ja mir vorher gesagt? Das ergibt doch jetzt keinen Sinn.
Involved issue here, but it's related to shopping, and I'm wondering what the shopping stands for. Whether it's probably not literal. I mean, as you know, Monroe. Shelves. So it's almost someone have to put everything back the way it was.
You know what?
Interpreter.
I mean, keep going the way you're going and I might be out of a job.
Yeah.
Yeah. She asked for a sample reading to show what I could do. Not really. As I recall, it was all fluffy bunnies and rainbows, success and riches on all fronts, etc., etc.
Money actually relates to a loss of self-identity. So Poe was very close. This dream, and from your explanation of this dream, is that perhaps, Gabby, you might always be giving more to other people than you.
It's 9 o'clock and you're listening to Radio August. Investigations into the murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw are continuing this evening. Miss Shaw was found dead in her home at approximately 10 p.m. last night in what police are describing as a puzzling case. Residents are urged to be cautious until the perpetrator is caught. I cannot stress this enough, August. Stay safe out there. You mean the world to me. In other news, Monroe has been detained on urgent business, so you're stuck with me until she returns. Never fear, Monroe fans. We still have lots of pre-recordings, so you can relax with her angelic tones. That's 9 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
What I can see here.
What do you know about it? Yeah, I pulled in a few bug-eyed aliens, but they wouldn't confess. We've got a murder to solve. Can we talk about this later? We've got a new target. Alice Monroe. Alice said she was in a relationship with Dorota. She kissed a girl and she liked it. She told you where John Pope, or Poe, is going to be next. Rain still says he was praying in his room, alone. You say Bronwyn and Lexi's alibis don't add up. Lexi's doing some investigating for you. As if that'll help. Rain told you about the Butcher of Birmingham. It's a thing. Made an interesting read. Those tarot readers hang out with death. His explanation of it, it's all fairy tales, so I'm not getting involved. Violet says she doesn't remember last night, but I've got that in hand. Violet told you about her brush with aliens? You seem far too interested in those kind of things. Zach Weston says he was in his studio last night. No one corroborates. And he keeps asking Ellis to pose nude. Could be motive. Oscar's in the clear. He was playing football last night. He said that Dorota had a wedding dress in her closet. Not many people would know that. That's it.
There's no other use for it. Thanks, Monroe. Tomorrow. Pose.
Ja.
Tea shop.
Nächstes Kapitel.
It's 9 o'clock and you're listening to Radio August. Investigations into the murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw are continuing this evening. Miss Shaw was found dead in her home at approximately 10 p.m. last night in what police are describing as a puzzling case. Residents are urged to be cautious until the perpetrator is caught. I cannot stress this enough, August. Stay safe out there. You mean the world to me. In other news, Monroe has been detained on urgent business, so you're stuck with me until she returns. Never fear, Monroe fans. We still have lots of pre-recordings, so you can relax with her angelic tones. That's 9 o'clock with Poe and Monroe. Has it that this monk called Busan accident.
Sam, I've got some heavy rain news. Lawrence Petrovsky, that's his real name, and no, he's not a Russian spy. But he does have a criminal record. He was charged with the murder of a 21-year-old artist. Looks like he got off on a technicality by all accounts. About 3 months ago in Hong Kong. Be careful, Sam. If you're going to ask him about this, could be a flight risk. And you know, there's a good chance he could be the killer. Door's behind you. Rain's still a suspect. No corroborated alibi. Bronwyn Castle has one. Lexi Taylor doesn't. I got my search back on Rain, or Petrovsky, as we should call him. He's got priors that you're looking into. Violet says she doesn't remember last night, but I've got that in hand. Zach Weston says he was in his studio last night. No one corroborates.
Okay, das ist wirklich was
Oscar's in the clear. He was playing football last night. He said that Dorota had a wedding dress in her closet. Not many people would know that. That's it.
You're the detective. Monroe just called. This is madness. Who would want to hurt her? We've worked together for years. She's the light to my shade, the angel to my demon, the diamond to my lump of coal. She told me to say all those things. Heavens no. I have a wife and 3 children, beloved spawn of my loins. Monroe and I are good friends, that's all. Only a madman, or woman. Monroe is August's sweetheart. Poe and Monroe, that was her idea. Our show. We were just another local radio station before that. It was Monroe who decided we should have a theme. Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe. Don't tell me you haven't heard it, detective. That's what the Free Radio Project is all about. uniting August via the airwaves. Monroe's been delivering free radios anywhere people might want to listen. Doctors' surgeries, hairdressers, the guest house. I believe she charmed the local electrical store into donating them, in exchange for free advertising, of course. We interviewed her about her scholarship not too long ago. Do you think whoever killed Dorota plans to kill Monroe? What makes you think she's in danger? Tarot? Does this have anything to do with the gentleman who stopped by? I didn't get his name, I'm afraid. He offered to do a spot on our show, doing tarot readings to answer listener questions. We said we'd think about it. You know, this town is fascinating. There's a lot more to it than meets the eye. Have you ever read up on the real history of August? The official story is that Mary August retired from a life on the high seas, found a nice spot here, and used her ill-gotten gains to establish a town. But that's not what really happened. It's true that Mary August was a pirate, but she didn't retire. Her ship was sunk on the rocks just off the coast. Mary and all of her crew sought refuge in a small fishing town, this one. They slaughtered everyone, men, women, and children, all dead and dismembered in their own homes. The bodies were dumped in a mass grave. Well, the body parts. And the pirates moved in. No one knows. It seems at some point it was built over and then forgotten about. It could be under the school, or the church, or right beneath our feet. On that note, I should probably get back to the booth. The show must go on. Death threats be damned. Look after Monroe, detective. She's the only Monroe I've got. It's now 10 o'clock. Here's your August update. Investigations deepen into last night's murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Miss Shaw, a talented cellist who had recently been granted a place at Juilliard, was found strangled at her home last night. With the murderer still at large, Chief DuPont has urged residents to remain calm and stresses there is almost no chance of anyone else being harmed. Alice, if you're listening, let me know you're okay. In other news, a handful of August residents have reported seeing strange lights in the sky earlier this evening. The lights, which witnesses describe as searingly bright, were spotted over the east edge of town, past the fire station.
The aliens.
Have you seen any strange lights? Or for that matter, little green men? Let me know. That's 10 o'clock with Poe.
I think metal. I think I delivered radios all over town. I don't think I should have bothered with some of them, though. I don't think... Violet, is it? I don't think Violet liked me very much. Maybe. I don't know why anyone would be threatened by me, though. I'm not interested in stealing anyone's man.
In ancient times, why might people wear this?
Probably right here. Why? I didn't realize I was under house arrest. Thanks for the advice. I hope I'm not the only suspect.
Circle within August. You might.
Hey, I'm going. There's too many people asking questions. It's exhausting. I'm off to stay at my aunt's. I'll come back tomorrow, but I've said everything I can say.
Ich fürchte, wir müssen entscheiden, wer der Mörder ist, und ich habe keine Ahnung, außer halt der russische Spion halt.
You're listening to Radio August. Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe.
Mother.
Now that's someone I get mistaken for all the time. It's not me. Chief Dupont has made a mistake. I don't know what you're talking about, Detective. It's a lovely place. It has the third most high-rise buildings of any city in the world.
Blah, blah.
Honestly, you don't. Once they're caught, a few hours later, they've hopped timelines into someone else. We just keep chasing them, continuously trying to stop them ruining lives. No, but they don't like being exposed. If Mercury pointed them out, they're already in trouble. We'd do a reading. Mercury would know.
Then it had been easy to stay thin.
Oh, it's you. I was hoping it might be Zach. No. Oh, him, yes. I've heard him on the radio. Never met in real life, though. Are you mocking me, Sam? No, I have never met the man. No. And I've got some very important news for him if he ever shows up.
Okay, mit dem Sack dann nochmal hergehen.
Yes. If he ever shows up. Ah, yes, now I remember. It's the one in the hall. Sometimes cuts through the unbearable silence in this place. Not really. I expected her to be blonde for some reason.
Bis jetzt. Ich gehe jetzt einmal die Lexi.
Disapproval. The sight of the bird's claws.
Quite a lot, but I'm not sure how much of it is useful. Apparently this town has a lot of spirits with a lot of unfinished business. One woman was looking for her daughter, and there was a girl looking for her mum. It was awful. They were both there, but they couldn't see each other. I couldn't help them. Yes, the general message is anyone that tries to stop Ellis dying will be punished. Sam, be careful, please. A who, what, patrols what? No. Should I? He's off the radio. I don't really know him. Actually, I'm glad you're here. I really, really want to do a reading for you right now. You know, to help. Great. Let me just draw 3 cards for you. This is just a general reading. You don't need a question. Okay. Oh, the 2 of Cups. That's mysterious. Is there anyone you feel a spark of attraction to? Maybe someone you've met recently? The Lovers. I did not expect that. It seems this attraction has the potential to be life-changing, if you want it to be. And finally, the Knight of Cups. This card is about pursuing your heart's desire. I think it's time to tell that someone special how you really feel. Wow, what an interesting reading. Does it mean anything to you?
Da komm, ja, pack mal wenigstens die Lexi an.
You catch on quickly, don't you, Sam?
Poe's curiosity shop is now renosed.
Sorry, Sam, what can I do for you? Yeah, I always cry around this time of night. What's the point, Sam, huh? if we can't save them. Mercury is a curse. It's like some tourist guide for murders. I try for Alexi and Rain to make them think that we can make a difference, make a change, but we haven't so far. What if we can't make a change? Maybe if we could just save one person, Sam. Alice. We need to save her. We need to. Yes, she's definitely got a monkey on her back. I saw her get changed. She's got all these scars on her back in the shape of a monkey. Like they've been burned into her. What the hell happened to her, Sam? Yes, I managed to sneak a look at her laptop. She's been Googling Alice Munro. It rings a bell, but no. Sorry, Sam.
Listening to Radio August. Dark Nights with Poe and
Was
Monroe.
eventuell nur interessant wäre...
Arms wide. Red.
Don't confirm the existence of travelers. They're not ready.
Wäre jetzt mit Herrn Petrowski in ein Taxi
Hello.
zu steigen.
I'm Rain.
Zum Inspektor zu fahren.
I'm Rain.
To never hit the ground. There's a blue steel dumpster at the back of the Dream
Oh, geht nicht.
Queens. One morning, words were...
Oh, geht nichts,
Rain,
oder?
what an unexpected pleasure. Maybe you could help me with something. When you were here yesterday, you don't recall seeing a small green velvet pouch anywhere, do you?
No.
Well, keep your eyes peeled. The pouch contains Augustan gold coins, believed to have been part of Mary August's original hoard. I'm sorry you don't know the town's origin story, do you? Suffice to say, if you see them, please return them to me. They're in the pouch for a reason. If anyone comes into contact with them, bad things happen. I have to be on air in a minute. Another time, maybe.
The universe worked. I close my eyes as the concrete rises up to embrace me. There are infinite...
Hey,
How's the...
Sam's asked if I can get anything else out of this. It's full of wit and repartee as per usual. Dead people have a lot of time on their hands.
Gave me one long final grin. And I believe...
It's getting closer, isn't it?
What's getting closer?
The event. Whatever's going to happen to Alice. I can feel it.
Die Violet.
Do you think this...
I doubt it. As far as I know, they're live on air a lot of the time, and I'm not sure he could have nipped out, murdered Dorota, and made it back for the news at 10.
So it could...
It could be anyone. It could be you, Ray.
Feelings below. Arms wide. I dive.
Okay. Gehen wir mal mit ihm da zur Violet.
I'm Zach Weston. Just sharpening my powers of persuasion.
Correct.
It's got engravings on it. I think they're the animals.
Zach, the game is up. I think you should leave town.
Was?
The what?
I know where you were last night. I followed you to Dorota's house. Well, I didn't know it was Dorota's house until we arrived. Call it women's intuition.
I was at the studio. You...
Don't change the subject. Sam and Dupont will put 2 and 2 together.
And then what?
And then they're going to arrest you. You weren't there long, I suppose, but then I guess it doesn't take you long, does it?
You're
I followed you there, then back to the studio. You lied to the police. You lied to me. I'm done with you. We're finished. Don't come back here again.
Gosh, you can have it back.
I personally just use it to flatten bed sheets.
Bronwyn will nicht quasseln.
Is now renounced. Curiosity shop. Today I've brought... So what might this be?
Well, it definitely looks like an alien, and from what I can...
Okay.
Alien, I suppose. And then it's wearing a...
Good evening, Zachary. That's for being a creep with Alice. Now get out of my radio station.
But it's quite an ancient object, isn't it? It's not modern.
Okay. Not at all.
This one is a sculpture that was found along with several others, similar sculptures.
Hi, Hi, I'm Chief DuPont.
Hello, I'm Violet. I'm Violet.
Möchte mit dem Chief DuPont mit dabei alle.
Hi, I'm Chief DuPont.
You're listening to Radio August.
Did you get a call from my doctor?
Your doctor?
Did you tell her I was being compliant?
I said you were taking the pills. Are you?
No. Not anymore.
I think you're supposed to take the pills, Vi.
Well, you're normally more forceful about it, Claude. You said my UFO was real. So why am I taking pills?
I didn't say the UFO was real.
Are you trying to make me go mad? Just an hour ago, you said there was a UFO sighting. Now it's take the pills, Violet.
You said you saw other heads when you were taken.
Yes. Other girls, younger than me. Nobody I recognized. They all had red hair.
Do you think this place is nearby?
Yes, they all had red hair. They were all very pretty. And they were all alive. In that moment.
Of those around me. So I did it.
Okay. Bronwyn will nicht quatschen.
Churchyard where the winos hung out. There was a good chance one of them would be...
Rain will...
Tell me about Hong Kong.
If you know about Hong Kong, then I don't have to tell you anything. It's all in that report that you've clearly read.
What does the...
About yay high, beard, thick rim glasses. I have no idea who you're talking about.
Kill me 5 times over. I suspect I survived because...
I haven't asked you about Zach.
Until a few hours ago, I never heard of the guy. Creepy as fudge, if you ask me.
Thanks.
Anything for you, Chief?
Fear of discovery or the endless replays in my head. So they loaded me up with antipsychotics, smothering my
Wir
brain in
sind
cotton
der
wool and
Traveler.
sat me in a corner while they decided their observation. They sent me back into the world. And a
Chief DuPont. Grave news indeed. No. She wants me to keep broadcasting, which means I'll be booth-bound for most of the night. She'd be safer at home, with someone protecting her.
Can't I get someone else to handle the radio?
And murder Poe and Monroe? No, Chief DuPont. Ellis couldn't take that. Not tonight. We did think of asking you to do a guest evening at some point, though, if you're interested.
No, I don't want to dilute my brand.
Then I will pencil you in, Chief. It will be an honor and a privilege. Sorry, I must go back to the broadcast. The radio, she calls me like a siren, and she must be obeyed.
and I lose myself in the dingy side streets. It's late. Chucking out time in the pubs when the punters headed for the takeaway kebabs and dog meat.
Hello, I'm Violet. I'm Violet.
Hostile eyes on the back of my head as I head towards the darkest.
Geht nicht, klar.
Behind me. Soft.
Rain, geht nicht, klar.
Is this the one?
Nexi wird nicht gehen. Oh doch.
I'm still not talking to you. You haven't even said sorry.
Sorry.
It's okay. I forgive you.
Oh, du hast eh nichts zum Sagen.
Dissipation.
Das
A
Interessante
couple walk
bei
on the
der
other side
ist
of the
ja
street,
im
engrossed
Prinzip
in
nur
each
der
other.
Chief. Ja, nicht da ist, okay. Der Zack ist interessant.
I followed.
Are you insane? Why did you follow me, you stupid bitch?
You killed Dorota.
No. I did not kill Dorota. But thank you for spreading that rumor.
Good. I don't know how many the beast could take.
Violet, I'm actually a bit tied up at the moment. Well, in danger, actually. What? What? I like everyone. What makes you say that?
You're trying to take Zack from me. You told Sam I didn't like you.
It's just, when I dropped the radio off at the guest house, you weren't very welcoming.
I get suspicious of free things.
There's always strings, right? Did you feel guilty about not listening? It's okay. I'm not a doctor. So we can be friends now?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Amazing.
I've got a lot going on at the moment, which hopefully I'll get through. And if I do, I'll come and see you at the guest house sometime. Okay?
It's true. And of course,
Oh, will auch nicht.
predictable pattern to it. Yours
so,
can go on
bisschen
quietly,
Pension.
but I once had to feed the beast twice in 6 weeks.
Es ist halt, es ist ein nettes
I'm
Spiel,
Bronwyn.
ich verstehe den Ansatz, aber es artet halt darauf aus, dass man einfach alles mit allem anklickt.
Bronwyn.
Das ist ein großer Fehler, den solche Adventures ganz gerne mal machen.
Pretty well. Programming makes me good money. I can work from home and no one.
No, but
I find.
Rain ist nervös, wie immer.
What can we do to...
Haven't we done enough? Not many people get to know when they're going to die, let alone get the chance to avoid it. We've given Ellis a huge advantage.
So what should we do?
I'm pretty much just going to pray in my room until it's all over. Like I always do.
Oder bis jetzt
Me and
super
Lexi
funktioniert.
should join you.
No, I need to focus. Don't worry about me, I'll be fine. You and Lexi should stick together.
I find a good spot. The entrance.
Bron, I thought about the whole restraining thing, and it's really hard to ask someone if they mind you tying them up for a while. I did a thing for Sam anyway. It might have helped.
What are you doing now?
I don't know. I don't want to lie about my alibi again, though. What should I do?
Log into Tarotism.
Good idea. I'll stay in my room, log in, and wait for you to give me the all clear. Then they'll know I'm not a suspect. You're the best.
Balance. Sorry, I don't smoke. I look him in the face. He looks rough.
Phoenix, gut.
Midnight and cool.
Zack, Phoenix, gut.
Pupils.
Alice, Phoenix, gut.
And I can smell his breath.
Oh, nix.
Ed, I guess, in need of his medicine. Well, he had more choices about his life than me. Fuck you!
Ich befürchte, ich hab's am Anfang bereits verkackt. Hatten wir schon, sie hatten schon.
Hi, I'm Ellis. I'm Ellis.
Feet as the Terminator or Bruce Lee or Mike Tyson or all three.
Violet will nicht.
Through it. The wild exhilaration of the.
Bronwyn will nicht.
Though I'm ready to kill you. The hunter.
Rain auch nicht.
My hand seize him with strength. My right hand crushes his larynx as the left. Locating his elbow, blood gushes from his mouth and nose.
Affe, nix.
Break under my.
Alice, do you have the amethyst?
Amethyst.
Poe's amethyst pendant? The one we have the buyer for?
Aha.
Poe's pen.
Okay, we're playing silly buggers now. Don't worry about it. My buyer would have found something by the time you pitch up with it anyway.
Smell the shit mingled with the.
Al, I'm so sorry. You mean everything to me. I won't let you die.
Are you?
Of course I'm okay. It's you who's shrouded in darkness, my love. El, we must finish what we started. Us. Our love. I don't care what happens to me. I'm going to leave her. I know I keep saying it, but this time, I really do mean it. Are you ready to spend the rest of your life with me, no matter its length?
No. Yes?
Elle, I fell in love with you the first day we met. You ripped out my heart, diced it into pieces, and reshaped it in your form. I will always be yours, forever. Elle.
Du bist so kitschig, Dude. Na.
Will you marry me?
Yes.
Elle, I love you.
Stirbt er gleich.
You don't know how happy you've made me. My angel. My absolute angel.
Ob das gut ausgeht?
Yes, you've met my wife and family. They're sadly not actors I've hired to make my life look richer than it is. Tomorrow, I will tell her about us. And I will leave her. Another heart broken, another family destroyed. Another villainous father.
Is your wife gonna kill me?
No. At least I don't think so. She doesn't know anything about us. Not yet, anyhow.
Yeah, how long it will continue. So I am left with the image of myself 60 years from now, battering a victim with my walking frame to feed the beast. The old man walked down.
In ein Zimmer. Zu Sam zurückkehren. Das neue mit.
It had been a good while since the last. Maybe now he was so frail the beast would release him and grant him peace in his final years.
Alice.
It's not what it sounds like. Dorota lost her scholarship. She said it was an administrative error. She showed me the letter and everything. No, I didn't. I told you he'd asked to take pictures of me. You never asked if we were selling a pendant together. The money was for her, Sam, so she could have her dream of being a cellist. I wanted her to have her dream. It doesn't matter now. No, not exactly. I told him I was in trouble with credit cards, and he offered to bail me out. I asked if I could have one of his artifacts, and of course he gave it to me. It's off. I said I'd pose for some photos, but that's it. I used to be a burlesque dancer, so I don't mind showing my body, but Zach's not getting a private show. Not now.
Nicht jetzt. Morgen.
I couldn't do this without him. He looks out for me. He's my best friend. What do you know, Sam?
Mehr als du.
He does? That's so sweet of him. But I could never do that.
Irgendwie sagte ich ihm, du würdest es.
Then you've been very, very naughty.
Oh ja, bestraf mich.
It's against the evil.
I think I'd quite like.
Why would she say that? That would put us both at the crime scene. Dorota was fine when I left her. She asked me to come over and watch her get her freak on, which I did, being the gentleman that I am. I misread the signal somewhat, as I thought I was supposed to join in, which was not the case. I think she threw a teddy bear at me or something. After that I left. I had no idea Violet was spying on me.
Okay, und das mit dieser Wedding Dress ist jetzt auch irgendwie...
I would say, it's now 10 o'clock. Here's your August update. Investigations deepen into last night's murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Miss Shaw, a talented cellist who had recently been granted a place at Juilliard, was found strangled at her home last night. With the murderer still at large, Chief DuPont has urged residents to remain calm and stresses there is almost no chance of anyone else being harmed. Alice, if you're listening, let me know you're okay. In other news, a handful of August residents have reported seeing strange lights in the sky earlier this evening. The lights, which witnesses describe as searingly bright, were spotted over the east edge of town, past the fire station. Have you seen any strange lights? Or for that matter, little green men? Let me know. That's 10 o'clock with Poe.
August's gone crazy tonight. I've just got off the phone with someone who thinks they saw a UFO on one of the nights that Violet went missing. Aliens would be normal right now. Anyway, now you're here, it's time. What do you suggest we do with Alice Monroe? Monroe's a local treasure around here, Sam. Don't let anything happen to her.
Sam, I'm not sure. Do you think you can stop someone from trying to kill me? I know you're just trying to make me feel better, but that's a weird thing to say. Maybe I'd be better off with one of Chief DuPont's officers. I guess at least you've still got a sense of humor, even when we're surrounded by death. Perhaps it's a good trait to have.
Was passiert jetzt? Oh, ist das aufregend.
You're too late. She's gone.
Was?
Yeah, I think so. No bag's packed though, and car's still on the drive, so she must have left in a hurry. I'll put out a miss for her, check in with her parents. We'll find her. If she can be found.
It's 11 o'clock. I'm Poe, and this is your August update. Police investigating the murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw say they are getting closer to apprehending the killer. The death of Miss Shaw, who was found strangled at her home late last night, has sparked a massive police operation and caused alarm amongst August residents. Monroe has some personal business to attend to, but she sends you all her love and hopes to be back on the air tomorrow. And Monroe, if you can hear me, I'm sending my love out to you too. That's 11 o'clock with Poe.
What the fuck? Ist das Kapitel?
Sam, I have some bad news. We've done a group reading, and it's you. We can't predict that. The next victim, it's you. I'm sorry. I think you've interfered too much. That's why you're the next target. I've called Chief DuPont already. He's asked that you meet with him. You should go, Sam. Be careful.
Sam, it's almost midnight. You're still alive. This is a good thing, but no one's even attempted to kill you yet. You've given me a lot of evidence, enough to arrest someone. But who?
Ja, wen denn?
Make the right decision, and you should be safe if we don't. Well, we've all got to sleep at some point. I can get someone to guard your room at the guest house, but it might not be enough. So, Sam, who should I arrest? During that whole thing with Alice, the only people I couldn't keep track of were Rain, Zach, and Violet. I don't want to believe it's Violet, but that's why you're here. You're impartial. Out of those three names, who was with Dorota at the time of her murder, or who has an alibi that doesn't check out? This is on you, Sam. Just give me a name.
Ich sage, es ist die Violet. Die haben wir vorher mit der Schere weggesehen. Das war doch ein Hinweis. Der Zack, glaube ich, war es nicht. Der ist einfach zu blöd. Der Rain, glaube ich, ist auch nicht. Wobei. Der Oscar, na. Poe, na. Alice, na. Bronwyn, na. Lexi, Chief DuPont. Ich sage, es ist.
Fine. Are you sure? Fine. Okay, I trust you, Sam. I just hope you know what you're doing. I'll get the paperwork drawn up. We'll get Violet in. See if we can't get a confession to something.
Ja, die kann sich ja nichts an erinnern, oder?
I'm sorry. That was in bad taste. Bronwyn asked me to check that you're okay, and you seem to be.
Oh God, it's bringt mich um.
Well done catching a killer, by the way. Well, hopefully you did. Scream if you need me.
It's 1 o'clock in the morning, and this is Poe with your August update. We don't normally have them at this time, but since there's a killer on the loose, I feel it's my duty to keep the radio station manned. I personally spoke with Chief DuPont earlier, and he thinks they're close to catching the killer. Until that happens, though, please lock your doors and stay inside. Remain vigilant. The light has faded, and so has my fortitude. I see things in shadows, behind doors and under desks. I hear the chattering of teeth and the glee of insects waiting to feed on me. The studio undulates like a heart that beats its last beats. I can't go on. I must to bed. Forgive me, Lady August. Forgive me.
Oh Gott.
Sam.
Ja, es ist.
You're still with us. I had to give you a pretty high dose of Rohypnol to drag you in here. I could have killed you in your room, of course, but that would have looked pretty suspicious. Yes, I'm Rain, but I can't remember. I don't remember. I'm being possessed, but I can't get caught. They don't care, Sam. They don't care what happens to the vessel. Some sick traveler is using me as a killing machine, and then they'll just dump me. But you're gonna get me stuck in prison. I can't have that. I can't let you do that. Sam, Rain? You changed into me. Interesting. Either you're a shapeshifter, and you've been playing us all along, or you're the traveler, using Sam as a vessel right now, using some freaky trans-dimensional powers. And I think it's the latter. Goodbye, Sam.
Nicht gut, nicht gut, nicht gut, nicht gut. Ouch.
Thank you for observing that minute's silence. August has lost many good people in the last few days. Dorota Shaw, Violet Gallagher, and our very own Alice Munro. In a police statement released this morning, Chief DuPont has asked people to seek safety in company and
Wir
remain
haben
vigilant.
versagt.
The most recent body found with multiple stab wounds is still being examined by August's coroner. They're unable to confirm the identity or even species of the victim at this time. The killer remains at large.
I am Dorota. I am 21 years old. I love playing cello, and I just been awarded a scholarship to Juilliard. I just love cello. I love all string instruments, but cello is rich and deep and soothing, at least to me. No, cello is my hobby, but my real passion is... It's silly, it sounds silly. Well, I would like to build a time machine. I know. But it is possible. I think people make mistakes. They do things they regret and they say things they don't mean. I want to go back in time. I want to make better choices.
So, und jetzt kann ich auf Fortfahren gehen und dann passiert was? Kann man noch schnell? Aha.
Sam, Rain? You changed into me.
Okay, ich spiele einfach die letzte Szene nochmal.
Either you're a shapeshifter, and you've been playing us all.
Okay. Gut. Tja, was sagen wir jetzt dazu? Naja, ich meine, es ist ja eh ganz nett und es ist eh ganz lieb und es ist halt das Spiel an sich ist halt de facto nicht vorhanden, weil man klappert halt einfach nur die Figuren immer kreuzweise aneinander ab. Ja, und das mit dem Mörder kann man dann raten. Es hat ein paar gute Ansätze. Dieses Poe and Monroe-Ding gibt es in einem anderen Spiel auch noch. Aber Tarus schreibt, das sah aus, als tat es weh. Na, so schlimm war es nicht. Ja. Ja. Es gilt als einer der Schwächeren von Wales Interactive und ich glaube, das ist es auch. Also, der Bunker war okay. Der Komplex war ganz cool eigentlich. Night Shift war großartig, hat mir gut gefallen. Und das hier ist eher so, naja, okay. Hätte man das auch gesehen. Ich glaube jetzt nicht, dass ich es nochmal spielen werde, um das gute Ende zu erreichen. Vielleicht schaue ich mir das noch bei irgendjemandem, bei einem professionellen Streamer an, wie der das gemacht hat. Aber selber spielen, glaube ich, werde ich. In diesem Sinne, es freut mich riesig, dass ihr dabei wart. Und wir sehen uns beim nächsten Mal, das hoffentlich nicht mehr so lange dauern wird wie dieses Mal. Nur heute hatte ich das Haus für mich alleine, darum habe ich das schamlos ausgenutzt. Beim nächsten Mal habe ich auf jeden Fall eine FMV-Perle für euch. Wird aber eine kleine Überraschung und es wird ziemlich nostalgisch. Hört euch bei der Nacht.